hello. Happiest of Mondays. Thank you for joining me. My name is Todd. This is the Todd Reacts reaction channel and the stream. So basically, we react to a bunch of member requested videos on toddreacts.com. Season and series tiers are the ones that request. And then we just enjoy what you all want me to react to. It could be anything. Truly, it could be anything. So join us on this one video at a time journey throughout the internet. I'm glad you're here. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Happy Monday. What's going on, Willow? Welcome in, everybody. We have 5 amazing videos for us today. We have a Smosh video to kick us off, a Smosh Games video, specifically. Then we go to an Angel edit. And then we have another Smosh video. So we got some good humor, definitely good humor for this stream. And then we go into a Dimension 20 video. It's been a little bit. I'm interested to see what that's about. And then we're going to end the stream and kick off the week with a Ticket to Heaven trailer. And that is starring GeminiFourth, which we just got introduced to. Perhaps you're already a huge fan of GeminiFourth. I just got introduced to, and maybe a few of you as well, last week. So that'll be interesting to kind of go forward on that, see what we got. But yes, if you'd like to request your own video, you can certainly do so. Let me go ahead and move this information. There we go. You can certainly do so, toddreacts.com. As I said, the season and series tiers. The season gets 2 YouTube video requests per month, and the series tier gets 3 videos per month. So if you'd like to request videos and be a part of the stream and really direct where you want it to go, that's pretty much the whole gist of it. You can do so, and I appreciate each and every one of my members. You're awesome. Thank you. And been a wild ride, I guess we'll say. While you're there, go ahead and check out the winter collection of merch available right now. It'll be leaving as soon as it starts to warm up. Sometime around June 1st is when we'll switch over to the summer collection. And what does that mean? That means less fabric, a little bit more breathable, etc. So we don't have to stay too warm. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, I guess you'll just have to buy off season, I suppose. But so it is available for a couple more months. 5% off for Twitch subs, 15% off for toddreacts.com members as well. It's just automatic. You don't have to put in a code or anything like that. But yeah, check it out. I'm wearing the hooded long sleeve tee. Very inclusive sizing, all the way from extra small to 2XL. And if you're interested about the sizing, like, okay, manufacturers cut things differently, and who knows, just hit the size guide. You can see it there. Inches and centimeters are available, so you should be able to predict with pretty good certainty what you're getting. Lots of great colors as well. I'm wearing the Heather Navy, as you can see before you. Right? I'm pretty sure. Quality is guaranteed on every single order. If there's any sort of print error or anything like that, just hit up the contact email down below at the bottom of the website, and they will help you. There is a customer service involved here, which is super cool. They'll either replace it or refund you, whichever is your choice. And yeah, so check it out. Lots of great items there. Accessories as well. I have a lot of them laid out in front of me. Number 1 on the list is the Rocks Glass, which is full of an energy drink. It's a pretty nice energy drink. I enjoy it. It's a little pricey for what I would want to pay for an energy drink. I wish the prices on these things would come down. It is outrageous. But it is what it is, I guess. The market's there, right? Market's there. We have 2 new phone cases. They are the tough cases for the Samsungs as well as the iPhones. iPhone goes from 14 all the way to the newest 16 Pro Max, and it does have MagSafe incorporated, so you don't have to worry about it not connecting or anything like that because of the thicker case. And the Samsung goes from the S10 all the way to the S24 Ultra, I think is the premium level of Samsungs right now. And the pint glass, of course, is great. It's very thick glass, which is very cool. It's very pub-like. Snap case, For the iPhone, I have an older one, so that's the one I use. That one goes all the way back to the 12, to the, I think it's the 15 Pro Max, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 15 Pro Max. There you go. Wow, triple the cameras, triple the photos, right? Do you use all the cameras on the iPhone? I don't know. Doesn't seem like I do. I got 2 lenses, and I don't know if I use all of them, honestly. The insulated tumbler right next to me in mint green. Lots of great colors there as well. Water bottle. The hat I literally wore today. The coffee, the stainless steel travel mug, that actually stays at my office, so I can use it for coffee. It works great. So check it out. And yeah, lots of great stuff there. 15% off for members of the website. Ships worldwide, by the way. If you're not already there, chances are you are, because the YouTube channel gets way more views than the Twitch live streams. So chances are you're already there. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it greatly. We're just over 13,300 subscribers, which is a number, honestly, I never thought we'd ever reach. So it's surprising. Thank you very much if you've already hit that subscribe button. It is so cool. So cool. Can't get over it, honestly. But we're just doing our thing, and if you enjoy it, join us. Join us. We're friendly. We don't bite. Although we do react to, some Vampire Diaries stuff, and they bite. They get pretty aggressive, actually. So yeah, be warned. But lots of great options there. Over 1,100 videos in the backlog there, so you have a lot to catch up on. If you're new, you got to start all the way at the beginning. All the way at the beginning. I don't make the rules, but you got to start at the beginning. So see how far you can get in the backlog. Very, very cool. And yeah, I appreciate everyone checking out the channel. If you're watching live on Twitch right now, go ahead and hit the follow button. I appreciate it greatly. But yes, last but certainly not least, unfortunately, I do have to bring it up in like a different window, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Last but certainly not least is the Twitch. It's the Discord. There we go. That's the name of it. It's the Discord. There's 191 members, I believe, currently, which is awesome. Slowly closing in on 200 active, wonderful, amazing community members that have joined. Totally free. The link is everywhere. It's on the website, toddreacts.com. It's on the YouTube profile. It's on the Twitch profile. It's under every video in the video description. If you'd like to join the conversation, talk about your favorite things, whatever you'd like to do, certainly join. We welcome you with open arms. As you can see at the top, it does tell you when I'm live, which is super handy. And you'll get a little notification if you have Discord notifications turned on, which is super cool. And if you hit the link here, most of you watch on a mobile device. I can see that on my analytics through YouTube, which is super cool. But if you do click the link, it should bring up the Twitch app if you have it. And if you don't, it'll just bring up a web browser and you can just watch it on there. Totally up to you. The Twitch app is fine, but it asks for a lot of updates, like a crazy amount of updates. Every time I try to open it, it's like, new update? I'm like, no. How about not? Unless you're changing things, like tremendously. Let's just not. But anyway, I do update the events here quite a lot if I need to. Like a programming note for next week, we're going to be streaming on the 13th. If you want to join live, it'll be on the 13th, and then I'll just upload it to YouTube on Friday the 14th. For obvious reasons, it's Valentine's Day. I'm not going to spend the night with you all on Twitch. I can't, okay? I can't. I'm so sorry. But I hope you understand. I hope you forgive me. I hope you're busy on the 14th, actually. Crossed. If you'd like to request a channel, you don't see something that you'd want to talk about, you can go ahead and hit this request a channel and just type in what you want, and then we'll make a channel for you, and you can meet with people who are interested in what you're interested in. What's up, Willow? Very sorry once again for the future discussion arguments. Ticket to Heaven might ensue in the comments on YouTube once you upload it. Oh gosh. I was warned about that. Um Honestly, I don't mind it, you know. If it's any space that I control, like the Discord or something like that, or the videos I react to, usually I try to stay as far away from politics as humanly possible. It's like honestly, it's a policy at this point, or rule, however you want to say it. It's just that we're inundated with it everywhere, everywhere. And certainly religion kind of flirts with that quite a bit. People are very, the old saying, what is the old saying? It's like, don't talk about money, politics, excuse me, money, politics, or religion in public or something like that. So I try to avoid it the best as I can. So we don't have any awkward, arguments and stuff like that. But I mean, this is a show. It's not a documentary. It's very much just kind of it's a show. It's for entertainment purposes. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That kind of thing. That kind of goes into my feelings on it. If it was like a documentary or like, you know, Bill Maher's Religious or something like that, kind of going after organized religion, that would be a little different. Like that would be quite a stance to take, or that would be quite a inflammatory video to watch. So this is a little bit different, I think. I think it's mostly going to be people who are just excited for GeminiFourth, right? But we did get into a bit of a discussion on the Discord. As long as it's not like, berating somebody or, that kind of thing. As long as you're not too, I don't know, what's the word? As long as you're not too poisonous, toxic, I guess, is another way to say it, towards that discussion and whatnot, I don't think there's anything too wrong with it. But yeah, when it gets close to the line of, if you believe X, you're dumb, or if you believe in Y, you're amazing, then it gets a little petty, and I'm just like, all right, you can find that in other channels. You don't have to do it at Todd Reacts. I'm trying to escape, and we're all trying to escape some of that modern day, current events stuff. Like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's around you. Look around you. It's everywhere. So this is kind of the nice little escape from it for just, a couple hours a week, I guess. And then we're just inundated with it for the rest of time. But yeah, there's my thoughts on it. So yeah, join the Discord. Lots of great stuff going on there. Lots of good conversations. Updates from Todd. That's basically just if there's any delays or canceled streams or something like that, or a video got blocked, whatever. I kind of update you there first and foremost. So that's kind of my direct line to you, which is awesome. And of course, if you want to just at me in the Discord, I'll respond. That's another good way to do it. But that's kind of a nice way to just make an announcement, I guess. Lots of great stuff here. As you can see, I'll just kind of scroll through it, and you can check it out at your leisure. Lots of fun ones as well. Lots of amazing channels. And then the members of the website have their own areas as well. So if you're looking for that, you can find it. So join the Discord. We welcome you with open arms. Open arms. Alrighty. So I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I did. I had a nice little time at a place called Red Lobster. If you've ever heard of it, you probably have a positive or negative feeling on it. For me, it's very nostalgic. Very nostalgic. We didn't go to restaurants a lot growing up. My family, it was very much home cooking kind of stuff. But when we did go out, chances are, if it was like a celebratory thing, or maybe we just hadn't been in a while and we just wanted some bit of seafood, we would go to Red Lobster. And it was amazing. Well, okay, hold on. If you have good seafood where you are and it's fresh caught and you're like right next to a dock and, you're not miles away from salt water, it's probably a lot better. No, it is a lot better. But when you don't live that close to salt water, you just kind of go to Red Lobster and just kind of enjoy it. It is what it is. Nothing is truly fresh, I don't think, other than the lobsters they have in a tank, which they have that are alive at the time, and then they, they're not so much. But for people that are not surrounded by seafood, it's a pretty good option. Is it phenomenal? Is it winning Michelin stars? No, it is definitely not. But it was a nice meal. It was somewhat expensive for what the typical restaurant was, the chain restaurant was. It's pretty interesting. They got some new stuff. They just came out of bankruptcy court. So clearly they've been heading downhill fast. They did have a heyday there in the late 90s, early 2000s that they were unbelievable. Everyone was going, it was great. But they had a bit of a downturn, a little bit. They got a new happy hour and whatnot, new dishes. If you've never had a Cheddar Bay biscuit, wow, they even got the animation of the steam. If you've never had a Cheddar Bay biscuit, you are missing out. They introduced these in I think it was 1992. So it's been a while. I've had them since I was a kid, and they are lovely. Garlicky, buttery goodness. Oh, you can buy a box of them in the store. Chances are, if you're overseas, probably not. But you can, if you're in the US, at least buy a box in a store, or maybe on Amazon. Who knows? But you can definitely do that. They're pretty good. They're just as good. But my advice is to shred a little whatever cheese you want. I mean, typically like cheddar or extra sharp cheddar or something like that into it to make it a little more gooey and cheesy. Oh, it is so good. Just a little extra cheese goes a long way. And then you just, paint them in butter and garlic, and it is so good. So good. But yeah, it's not great. It's not winning awards, okay? It really isn't. But currently they have Lobster Fest, which is what I went for, because why not? One in Rome, right? But yeah, it was not bad. It was not bad. Very, very good. But as well, what I did this weekend is I went to a presidential library, a U.S. presidential library. This is about as political as this channel will get. When it comes to the libraries, I think it's become like almost a bucket list item for me. I want to visit each and every one of these because I think it's fascinating. Number one, you get out and see the states, which is cool. It's a built-in road trip or somewhat of a vacation, I guess. Some areas maybe not as much as others, but it's just kind of a built-in I don't know, like a bucket list. Hit all these places and whatnot. And it's kind of a cool tour through history. Who knows? Some of these presidents you might like, some of these presidents you might hate. I don't look at it that. I don't really look at it like that. I look at it, as history. It is history. There's a lot of cool artifacts in there. Like all the presidents get gifts from other heads of state and visitors and stuff like that. So all of those are in the museums, which is super cool. You know, we're talking like not bedazzled, but bejeweled, like swords given from like Saudi Arabia and Morocco, and priceless like big turquoise necklaces from whatever country. It's a lot of very cool, whatever that country's known for is kind of like given to the president. So it's very interesting, very interesting. Lots of great things there. I've been to the George W. Bush Museum in Dallas, which was super cool because it had a lot of 9/11 stuff in there. It actually had like a piece of one of the Twin Towers that you got to see. Very somber. They had like soft music playing in the background. It was very emotional. Um, Lots of cool stuff. Lots of very interesting pieces of history. Um, highly recommend it if you're have one near you, or maybe you just want to go on a random road trip or something like that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think I think they're going to continue the museum part, but I think right now they're actually moving the libraries to online, which is, I guess it's all right. I mean, it's just a part of the building that I never went to because I'm not going to sift through documents. I'm just interested in the museum part, right? The museum part, the museum store, see what's in there. You know, typically some cool stuff. What I've noticed is these museums typically have pens that are really cool. I never thought I'd actually say that before. Because pens are not cool. Let's be blunt on that. Pens are not cool. But what I'm finding is that a lot of these museums have the actual pens that the presidents would use or gift out to people, which is super cool. So it makes the pen cool, I guess. I actually have one. What's interesting is the George W. Bush one. The only pens they had, and apparently the only pen he used, was a Sharpie. So if you're aware of what a Sharpie pen is, that's literally all they had. I was like, really? All he used was Sharpies? It's kind of interesting. The rest of them are usually those kind of like nice clicky pens or like the twist pens, and it's all like fancy and whatnot. The presidential seal on it, maybe a signature. Pretty interesting. But yeah, so I've been collecting those. Got to catch them all, right? Pokemon. But yeah, I've worked through, I think at this point, one, two, three, four. I've gone through 4 so far. I do have a pen from a 5th one, but I didn't actually go. My brother grabbed me it. So that doesn't really count. I got to actually go. But so I do have 5 technically, which is pretty sweet. But there's my little nerdy moment. I don't know. I think it's a pretty interesting bucket list to try to hit all of these. And of course, they keep adding more because we keep having presidents. So it's a never ending bucket list, I guess. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, that was the weekend. I hope you had a good one as well. And let's go ahead and hop into the first member requested video off ToddReacts.com. It is Mario Kart Nightmare Mode off of Smosh Games. Very interested to find out what this is like. I love Mario Kart. I have wasted, well, I guess time isn't wasted when you're having fun. So I've enjoyed many hours on Mario Kart, specifically Mario Kart 64 with my brothers. We had an N64 and we played so much of that. Most of it was battle between the 3 of us. But we did do the actual racing every once in a while, just kind of mix things up. But usually it was the battle because that brought on the most trash talk. There was no, robots or AI or anything like that. It was just, everybody for themselves kind of thing. It was very fun. Very fun. But let's go ahead and hop into that. This should be interesting. The most recent Mario Kart I played was Mario Kart 8, I want to say. I think Mario Kart 8. Very fun. Enjoyed the heck out of it immensely. But let's go.
So, a little bit ago, Mario Kart added an update where you can choose what items you play with. Okay. Which I think is way overdue.
That's
so
interesting.
I figured let's play and just make it as chaotic as possible.
I am out of the, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm out of the Nintendo character loop. Yeah. There's like 35
So
right.
These are all like,
same.
I think these are all Bowser's kids.
Children, and he has
Bowser's
so many.
kid?
He has so
Really?
many kids.
Who's that
Roy,
one?
Bowser's kid?
Morton?
I do not trust Morton.
Oh, sign me up, Roy. Let's go out to dinner.
I've always been a Bowser guy, but now I'm looking at all these children and I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Iggy kind of slaps.
I'm gonna go Golden Mario.
Oh, that's a good call. I didn't know you could make them gold. Are those official Mercedes tires?
Yeah, these are.
What?
This is
What?
sponsored by Mercedes.
So does Mercedes pay for this?
Yeah.
Or is they getting paid?
Is they getting paid?
they
They pay.
Who pay they?
So no teams, normal items. All right. It'll just be us facing
Okay.
each other. All right.
Wow.
So we're gonna take everything off. Singular bananas, or I think singular bananas.
I love it.
Let's do a traditional banana.
Yeah, you gotta, just a
Traditional
clean banana.
banana.
Traditional banana.
This is your traditional banana run here.
Yeah, this is what we'll be starting with a traditional banana run.
All right, 100cc race.
I like how he's telling everyone. He's like, no comm, all
All
vehicles, 4 races.
The whole time doing this one.
Offsides.
Oh,
Left.
now we're gonna,
No, that whistle.
all representing the United States.
Okay,
Here
USA.
at Baby Park.
Oh, so I have
Wait,
to look
what's
at.
the go button? Is it
Do I
A?
have my turn things
It's
on?
A.
What's
I
the
can't
go
believe I have to look
button?
at this little bitty screen. This is blasphemy.
That sucks for you guys.
Let's go, bitches.
Let's go.
Oh my
Y'all
god,
are
I
not
love
ready.
how
First banana on the ground.
Remind me how to drift.
Right R,
Trigger?
like R2.
Okay.
But that's, you drift in the direction you're going with the
Yeah,
trigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Roger that.
Oh my God, so many bananas. I already got someone.
You got me.
Wow.
Just
And I
pure
don't wanna talk
bananas.
about it.
This is frankly.
How do I throw
it? Yeah,
so
keep having this-
easy. Left
Oh, I
bumper.
got banana. I got
It's
banana.
gonna be a nightmare going on lap
Bananas.
2.
Peace out, little
Bananas.
bitch, baby. Here I go. I love
Banana.
my car. I love my body. I love
Oh,
this.
just gliding through bananas like it's nothing. Oh, look out there. Whoa, look out there. Look out there.
No.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice.
Oh, you little.
There are so many bananas.
Oh my gosh.
I have not
This
hit
is
a single
insane.
banana yet.
This is
Aren't
You're
you
going
cool?
to.
Banana Central.
Ooh.
Banana
Can someone
up
get Shane?
intro.
I don't like that he's been winning the whole time. There are too many bananas. It's official. I have hit too
I
many
didn't
bananas.
hit a single banana.
That's
I
messed
didn't
up.
hit a
That's
single
absolutely
banana.
You cheated.
I literally.
That's
keep hitting
amazing.
Wow,
That is
guys.
incredible.
You know, you need go get a real banana.
Okay.
By the time you come back, we'll be done.
Wow, close race.
We got there.
So that was.
Shut up.
The trash talk
So
begins.
this time, I think we're gonna make it a little more chaotic. Blue shells, bullet bills.
And blue shells only hit the person that's
They-
in first place, and the bullet makes you into a giant bullet, and you zoom past.
So some important pieces of information. When you are a bullet bill, you are immune to the blue shell. Here we go.
Got that
100cc
BB
race.
race.
100cc race, no teams, custom
That's a good
items,
piece of
no
advice.
call,
That's a good piece of
all
advice.
vehicles, 4 races.
Blue shells, bullet bells.
Okay, actually, let me pick.
Wow.
Berlin
We're going to
byways.
Berlin, guys.
Guys, we're going to Berlin.
Not Berlin,
Fast and the
straightways.
Furious now.
We're studying abroad.
I'm ready to win.
Bye.
Here
See
we
you
go.
later,
Here we go.
losers.
How did you go so fast?
Because
Yeah.
I'm in a Mercedes.
You know what? That might be true. You might be doing a pay to win right now. You're an official Mercedes.
Pay to
This is a
win.
branded
Can we get
Mercedes
sponsored?
video.
Yeah. Yeah. F him up.
Him up.
No, wait,
Wow.
what?
See ya.
You guys.
If you're in first place, you're
Can I
suffering
hit
right
other
now.
cars? Wait, I'm gonna bump into a
This
car
is
right
blue shell heaven.
This doesn't feel like Berlin. This feels like
Peace.
America.
How did you get a bullet?
Where did he get a gun?
Here comes my bullet.
You just gotta keep a bullet on you at all times
time
if you're in
that right.
first.
Not on the
Okay,
train
not
tracks.
cool. No. Oh wait, Noah, I'm gonna try this.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna see if you can immune yourself?
Yeah.
Whoa, you can?
Here comes
Yeah.
my
That's
bullet.
pretty cool.
No.
Oh, he got saved. Oh no.
I like my car. It's just so low.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oh, I just got boned.
Just got burned in Berlin with
I
the
just
bullet
got
in the
boned.
bullet.
Boned in Berlin with the boys.
Boys with the blue shell.
Can you
and the
do a
bullet.
German accent?
Enjoy this.
Ah!
Bitch! Yeah, that's right, you're not blue shelling me today. Oh, wait, what? How did you pass me?
Bullet.
Bullet.
It's just bullet after bullet. Fuck off.
No.
Piece of bullet.
Honestly, I'm happy that I'm in the back because I can just keep throwing shells.
Bullets are touching each other.
No.
Oh, he's in the blast zone.
Oh,
Not our bullets are touching each other.
I'm a bullet.
Take this. Come on.
Good timing on that for Angela.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Bye. Hurry, 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 hurry. Yes! Ooh, the rich
Here it
keep
comes.
getting richer.
bam!
No, 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 no. Please, 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 please. I have a family.
I have a family. I have to feed them with the money from this race.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I got this. I freaking got this. No, 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 no.
Oh, he's gonna get past. Oh,
So
wow.
close.
Oh, man.
Also, that noise that just came out of me. I'd like to apologize.
Wow.
If you're wearing headphones at home, I'm sorry.
Chance, you were right behind me, weren't
I
you?
know.
I mean, bullet bills and blue shells is the best.
That was
That's
good.
like-
Yeah.
I want to do
really
another
good.
one of these.
Yeah, let's do
'cause,
bullet,
like,
bullet bills, blue shells.
Baby Park.
do we want to do Baby Park with this?
Dude, next race, maybe we up the CCs.
Yeah, 150.
I feel that.
Let's get these fat
Go a little
engines.
faster.
So it goes faster.
Sick as
Just so you
Here we
guys
go.
know, you guys are
me with my little antenna that helps me drive.
I'm winning
little
this one.
antennas. Here we go.
For my family.
Pow!
For my family.
See you later.
Bullet, bullet.
I had a horrible
Oh.
No.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
think so.
Denied.
Oh, I just did it on myself.
I did it on myself.
Did it on myself.
Oh, I
Myself.
just did it on myself.
Just did it on
No, 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 please.
Back in first.
Bye,
No,
bye,
no, no,
bye,
no.
bye, 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 bye.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yes, Billy
We're losing each other.
It's just a bullet the entire
No,
time.
no, no. I just had 3 blue shells.
And you will have 3
Oh
more
my
before
God,
this game
yes!
is done.
Look behind me.
Oh my gosh, you got lucky.
I keep getting. Oh, nice.
Who's in first?
Me, by
Always
a lot.
Shane.
By a
Yeah,
lot.
baby. Yeah.
Bullet, bullet.
Oh, see, there's nothing you guys can do about this right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Oh, final lap.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, 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 yeah.
God, when we're all on fire like this, it feels incredible. Wait,
Oh, he's gonna get it.
I'm in first. No.
Angela did it.
That was f***ing crazy. 10 minutes ago, I didn't know what bullet blue shells blew. And now, bitches.
We're adding
Let's
some
do a sexy
normal
run.
some normal comms to this. 200 cc. We're going full speed now. We're adding bombs to this.
Blue
Just-
shells, bombs, and bullets.
Offsides, 200cc.
No teams, custom items, normal comm, all vehicles, 4 races.
Offsides.
Okay.
Oh wait, let me pick a good one.
Yeah, you never had a clown.
Oh,
I
You
am a
are the clown. Yeah, I knew it.
You are the clown.
I have to do exactly what I just did.
Yeah, just do exactly that.
Exactly that.
Exactly that.
So there's other players.
Can't do anything
now?
different.
Oh my god, we're
Yeah,
going
now there's
so,
computers.
We're going so fast now.
Oh, now there's an actual computer competition. Oh boy.
No.
No, 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 no.
This place
This
is
is
nuts.
insane. What is this place?
I hate this.
Oh my god.
This is a hard race.
Are we like on like a
I'm gonna fall off.
a mini golf thing?
I have no idea. Oh, what the just happened?
I went from 4th to 7th.
Oh, it's like a toy
I like
room.
that these game designers designed every one of these little lands so well,
Why is
and
the
then
blue
this
shell
one.
coming to me? I was second.
Right. This one's just kind of like everything,
is
every
so far
sprite
in the
they
lead.
had in the
Yeah,
game,
blue
they just
shells
put
are
on
really
this.
cool.
Oh.
Kill him. Kill him.
God, the bullet goes even faster than
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
keep getting
does.
hit by all these bullets. You guys are
Go,
so
go, go.
quick.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, 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 no.
This is crazy.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. I just went from 1st to 5th.
It's the beauty of Mario Kart.
Oh no! No!
But you can go from
Everyone
5th
in
to
the
1st
boxes
just
before
as
me.
fast.
You guys stop.
Okay, I found a new strategy.
Oh,
Don't drive in the middle of the road.
Bullshit. I have to like let off the gas.
Fuck me.
I saw that. I saw that. You got hit by the clown.
Okay, I'm getting back to first. Okay.
Okay. Well, you're
I'm
ninth.
ninth goddamn place.
I'm in
Oh my
11.
God, I'm literally in first place.
No,
on the
you're
last
not.
lap.
You're lying.
No
Give me
way.
a bullet
How the
bill.
Give me a bullet.
I haven't gotten a single bullet bill this whole race.
second,
Thank
one
God,
second,
thank
one
God,
second.
thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank
No,
God,
no,
thank God,
no.
thank God, thank God,
There's
thank
a
God, thank God.
chance.
What? Oh my God, I went from 12
Actually, it's
to
kind of
third,
nice to
and
be
now I'm
driving
sixth.
behind the bullet bill.
Come on,
Just
bullet.
took out all the like
Go,
obstacles
Bullet, please, 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 please.
and
No, I
other
fell off.
competition.
Yes, yes,
gotta do
yes.
this.
Here we go. Here we go. No.
This really is one of the best games ever made.
We gotta do this too.
Mario Kart.
No.
Super Mario, of
no,
course,
no,
one of the best.
No.
Mario Kart, of course,
Yes.
is right there with it. Like, it is just dumb, easy fun. Easy fun. You don't have to think about it too much. It can be frustrating. It can be extremely exhilarating.
I got
Playing with
second
friends
place.
is amazing.
Wow.
Wow,
Especially
you were from
local
first
play
to
when you're
eighth.
playing like
Someone
this.
blue shelled me. Everyone was crossing the finish line, so I became the first place person, but I was in 7th place, and I got blue shelled, and then everyone came past me.
So what did you get?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think this
I've
is the
watched
craziest
streams
possible
like
map.
this
Oh, no.
of
What's it-
you
I've
know,
never
people,
actually played it.
everybody
Oh,
on their own
let's bullet it
camera,
out.
basically.
What the?
And it just
This
it
is
takes me back to
Oh my
that
God, look at that
nostalgia
Space
of
Mountain. Look
playing
at
with
that.
brothers,
hole.
enjoying the heck out of
Let's go
it,
to the hole.
talking trash, all that good stuff. Oh, it is just an joy to play
Oh
this
my
game.
god.
Whoa! It's really Space Mountain.
Oh
That's
my
cool.
gosh. This feels like grad night.
what? What
Did
is
you
up
go to
with
Beach
you
Street?
college
It's like
right
grad
now?
night.
Oh, there's really pinballs.
Oh my God, oh my God. It turns so quickly I can't even see.
Oh, oh my god.
dick.
If you were on psychedelics, this map would be horrendous. It is very neon
Gorgeous.
and lots of moving lights.
Oh, I'm driving through explosions like I am a goddamn superhero.
Are you?
I think I am today.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, this is like Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
It's like,
I'm in 12th place, unfortunately for me.
Angela, I was not expecting so much competition from you.
I literally don't understand.
Yes, the hole. I feel safe.
Nothing can happen to me when I'm in the hole.
All I want for Christmas is a bullet bill. Come on.
The second we talk about me
Enjoy
doing well,
this.
I do bad. So we can't do that anymore.
Oh, I just got back-to-back bullet bills. Let's go.
Wow.
That's how you play this game. Whoa, bullet bill like shows you the path you should take next time. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's amazing.
If a blue shell hits me right now, I'm going to f***ing crap my pants.
Why?
Because I'd be so mad.
Through the hole!
No. I just
Oh.
pooped. No, not again. Come on.
Oh, again.
Those were so. No!
3 in a row.
Oh!
No, what's happening?
I'm still in first. I still got this. No, get away. Get away from me, ink kid.
I can't make these turns.
Frick.
Come on, bullet. Give me the bullet. Give me double bullet.
That's right.
Triple bullet.
That's right, you frick.
All the
These
bullets.
bombs are just the worst.
I'm about to win, guys. I'm about to. No.
Oh.
I'm about to win. Here we go. First place for me.
I'm coming.
Here we go. Yeah.
Second. Second. Second.
What did she do?
At the last second. Oh my
No,
gosh.
you didn't.
Wow.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
First place for me.
I'm coming.
Oh my gosh. What?
How?
Come on now.
Finish.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Seen in Mario Kart.
I've never seen that
Angela,
before.
this might be your
Yes.
game.
What the f just happened? I don't know what I did.
Holy.
The amount
crap,
of hours I put into that
guys.
game, I've
Well,
never
Angela,
seen
you are
an
the
ending
bullet
like that.
bill
That's
queen.
crazy.
I think we give you that title.
What's up, Solar System?
that
Yeah,
was
that
insane.
is
Give me a title.
nuts.
I'm the bullet bill queen.
Okay.
Chance.
Chance.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. There's all sorts of insane games out there, so let us know
Excellent.
what we should
Oh my gosh.
play. And thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go get a burger.
Oh, you were gonna do that alone? You just were gonna throw that out and like not invite it? You're like, guys, goodbye. Anyway,
By the way, I'm going to go get a burger.
You guys know that great
You're
burger spot
not
down the street?
invited.
that
You're
we all
not
talk about?
invited.
I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get a burger. None of you are invited. What's up, Audrey? One of my favorite vids in the same group playing Mario Kart got 7th place. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. That last second freeze frame was unreal. Now I want to pull it up again. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. We're talking barely. That's crazy. That is, I'm throwing a like on that. That is one of the coolest Mario Kart finishes I've ever seen. I love the fact that he was talking it up too. He didn't see the bullet bill. He had no idea. Oh, easy win for me. He had no idea. All of a sudden it just changed to second. Oh my gosh. Excellent. Link down below in the YouTube description when this gets posted for the original video. Go throw it some love. Oh my gosh. That's a great video. Great video. I love the fact that Angela had no idea what she was doing and still won 2 races. 2. That's pretty amazing. Oh my gosh. that was incredible. Oh, it just takes me back. It takes me back to playing that game with, my brothers and friends and their friends. And oh gosh, it is just good quality entertainment right there. Mario Party is another one that's very fun. Really, Nintendo nailed it. I mean, other than like Halo and like linking Xboxes together and having like 8 players play or something like that. Or honestly, Halo is the only other one I can think of that I played a lot of with other people. Yeah, Nintendo nailed it. We're talking GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Perfect Dark. Lots of great multiplayer games that just hours, endless hours of entertainment. That was great. Excellent Smosh Games video. Fantastic. Fan-frickin-tastic. I wish I would have known that was around. Diddy Kong Racing. Oh my gosh. Diddy Kong Racing. Is that the one I'm thinking of? It is. It is. Diddy Kong Racing was one of my favorite games. I ended up back in the day, way back in the day. Nintendo games and Nintendo Studios used to advertise with fast food or pizza places. And one of the things was, I think we got some Pizza Hut pizza once. And what was included was a VHS of a bunch of like Nintendo games coming out. And one of them was Diddy Kong Racing on there. I was floored with how fun it looked. Oh my gosh. And then finally getting the game, it was ridiculously fun. Highly recommend it if you have not tried it. I love the planes. The planes in that game were fantastic. Truly fantastic. But yeah, amazing stuff. Excellent video. I still get the music stuck in my head. Oh my gosh, I gotta look up the music. I don't know if I can remember any off the top of my head, but that's one thing that certainly a lot of Nintendo games nailed was the music. So addictive. So unbelievably addictive. But yeah, excellent video from Smosh. Truly something. That just took me down memory lane for days. And I don't know if I'm going to get over that one very soon. That ending, oh gosh. I've been in a couple of situations like that, maybe never that close. Like that was ridiculously close. That was like 0.01 seconds away maybe. But It's always you think you're gonna win, and at the last second you get like shelled, or you hit like a banana that happened to be placed near the finish line, or something like that. Or like a green shell comes out of nowhere and hits you, and you're just like, "What shot was that? That was crazy." But lots of good fun there. Gosh, if you didn't have that growing up, I am so sorry. So sorry. That is probably the most fun you can have. I mean, earlier generations certainly went outside and had fun outside and stuff like that. But I will say there's something to be said about staying indoors and playing video games. There's something to be said about it. There's a lot of fun, countless hours of fun. But of course, you got to go outside and touch some grass every once in a while. But boy, they nailed it. Nintendo nailed the N64 a lot. Like, that is still to today probably my favorite system. I had the PS2. I had an Xbox 360, which didn't suffer from the red ring of death. I'm happy to say that, because a lot of people got that, which was really sad. My brother had the red ring of death twice. Contacted Microsoft. They sent him a new one. He sent the old one back. The new one got the red ring of death, which is just, I don't know what they were doing trying to refurb those, but clearly it didn't work. Because I think when you switched them through Microsoft, through like a warranty or whatever, I think they just sent you used and refurbished ones, which a lot of the time they would get red ring of death as well, which is just ridiculous. And my current system is it's sitting right in front of me, is the Xbox One S, which is 2 generations ago at this point, 1 generation, I can't remember, but soon to be very outdated. But it still brings me a lot of joy, since most games are digital nowadays, which is what it is, I guess. But kind of killed GameStop for sure. But it still works fine. Hasn't broken yet. I'm sure it will. But I think my next system will be PlayStation. It's been a while since the PS2. I haven't touched a PlayStation since then. So I desperately want to play some of those Spider-Man games. They look so good. So good. I remember Spider-Man 2 had the voices of Bruce Campbell in it, and it had really good like web slinging and, going through the city and whatnot. I heard that it went wildly better with the PS4 version. So I desperately want to get my hands on that and see what it's like. Hopefully it's able to play that older game at this point. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the next video. We're not going to look up much when it comes to Smosh. We usually do like information and stuff like that. We've basically done it all on Smosh. There's no more information that we can find. So if you happen to know more information or, some links to Smosh, let me know in the Discord. Certainly appreciate it. But yeah, there's just nothing left that we can find. We've gone through it all. So the next video is Charles Gunn, Gunn, Pyro. And this is from the show Angel. Underrated member of Angel Investigations. I don't think this is going to be a TikTok compilation or requiring closed captioning. So we're going to leave it like this and we'll jump in. I don't remember this character. What's up, Spider Duck? Welcome in, welcome in.
Gun.
He's a great guy with a really fly
Thanks for the
street
follow.
Me, that's my
Appreciate
name. It's my name. Charles Gunn. 2 N's.
He's off his game.
Since when is it a game?
He needs a doctor.
Not anymore. Man, they're gonna keep coming, and we are gonna keep fighting.
Help me around.
I don't need no help.
I might.
You ain't been around to tell nothing to.
You've been moving on up, dog. Playing demon detective with your new family. I know that makes me... I don't know what it makes me.
do not allow self-promotion on this channel. That is one of the rules. So you've been timed out.
I want you to roll the camcorder, wait for the cops to hassle us.
You got any priors?
I forget.
How do you know they will?
Because we'll be the ones walking while black.
Take it easy.
I can't take it easy. I can never take it easy, not for a second, all right? The minute I forget that, somebody like Alana pays the price.
Couldn't keep my own sister safe. What could I do for the rest of you?
There's nothing I respect more than loyalty.
It's good to have.
This man took a bullet for me.
I was nothing. We know what. You don't know anything.
I can't stop. Can't ever stop.
Why are you still here?
I got your back.
How am I not remembering this character? Then again, I was very young. I saw an angel.
How they turn you already? Huh? You want them? Come at me and find out.
Hey there,
Kinda looks like art, doesn't it? I call it, takes more than that to kill me. Well, if you think you did something wrong, don't do it again. That simple.
Easy.
Things aren't always so clear anymore. What would you do if you found out that none of it matters? That it's all controlled by
I
forces
know my
more
own
powerful
limits.
and
If you
uncaring
do
than we can
self-promote
conceive?
on the chat,
And they will never
on the
let it get
chat,
better down
you will
here.
be banned.
What would you do?
Banned.
I get this truck packed before the news.
It's in the profile.
Want to give me a hand?
I do. 1, 2, 3. Always want to give him a big finish.
Gun, will you stop wasting?
Not really interested in some rich guy's heartbreak.
I don't need advice from some middle-class white dude that's dead.
So where do you stay? That's what they see in you.
I'm a fighter. Never give up, never surrender.
Angel, yeah.
You're fading. You'll last 10 minutes at best.
I remember Angel,
Let's make them memorable.
Cordelia, Spike. That's about it. It's been a while. It has been a while. That was a great edit. Seems like an interesting character. Just doesn't seem like a vampire. Did say, you know, I'm not taking advice from a dead guy, so it makes me to believe he's not dead. So that's kind of interesting to be around that many dead people or dead things and to not be terrified. I would be terrified, right? Let's go ahead and find out some more information. Link down below in the YouTube description when this gets uploaded to YouTube for the original video and edit. Go check it out. Throw it some love like I just did. And also check out their channel. You might find other videos that they've done that you might find interesting. If you do, you can certainly send it over this way. What's going on, Rexon? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let's bring up some information on Charles so we can figure out what he's all about. First up, the show, Angel, 1999 TV series. What an interesting year. I was pretty young when that date occurred. It was weird because we were, I don't know, I would equate it to maybe like the beginning of the pandemic where you're confused, you don't know what's going on, maybe a little less serious than that, but people were taking the year 2000 to be like the end times and, you know, who knows what's going to happen. The big one was the banking is going to crash, the banking system, because none of the computers were set up to go to the year 2000 and beyond. That just, it had everybody freaking out just a little bit. Maybe not as much as the beginning of the pandemic, but people were actively like prepping and, you know, worried and people were going to have end of the world parties. Like, it was very weird. I was very young, so I didn't get to partake in any of those, which would probably be pretty fun. But I do remember being a little uneasy about it. Very interesting time. Very interesting time to be alive. Show details the ongoing trials of Angel, a vampire whose human soul was restored to him by a Romani curse as a punishment for the murder of one of their own. After more than a century of murder and torture of innocents, Angel's restored soul torments him with guilt and remorse. Angel moves to LA after it is clear that his doomed relationship with Buffy, the vampire slayer, you might have heard of her, cannot continue. During the majority of the show, he works as a private detective in LA, where he and a variety of associates work to help the helpless, restoring the faith and saving the souls of those who have lost their way. While he must also battle his own demonic nature, he typically battles with evil demons or humans allied to them, primarily related to Wolfram and Hart, a law firm supported by occult practices, which is an extension of otherworldly demonic forces. Obviously, it's a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, considered by many to be one of the best spin-offs of all time. Praised for its darker tone, characters, and performances. Buffy was it wasn't as dark as it could have been, which honestly, I don't think it needed to be dark, but Angel definitely had that edge to it. It was pretty dark, not super dark, but it was definitely darker in tone, which was great. I did not know Angel was an Irish vampire who was over 240 years old. That is pretty old. That is pretty old. David Boreanaz played Angel, by the way. Lasted 5 seasons, 110 episodes. That's pretty good. All right, to the main character here for that edit, Charles Gunn, with 2 N's, as he said. Quote, I can't take it easy. I can never take it easy, not for 1 second, all right? The minute I forget that, someone like Alana pays the price. He's a vampire hunter, member of Angel Investigations, and the head of the legal department at Wolfram and Hart, LA branch, until the rebellion of his team. Lots of aliases. Oh my God. Oh my God. Charlie Boy, Charlie, Chas by his grandmother, Chuck, Denzel by Gwen, Lester, Gunter Addison, Holmes. Lots of nicknames. He's alive. Hey, check that out. That's pretty good. Made it out. Died 3 times, though. Died in 2002, revived. April 2004, reversed. May 2004, reversed. I mean, that's pretty good. Classification, human, vampire formerly. Interesting. Gunn was born in the Badlands, a section of the inner city LA where the police would not go, and looked after his sister, Alona. I guess it's probably pronounced Alana. Rose through the ranks to become the leader of a gang of street fighters to protect their turf from vampires using guerrilla tactics. At the time, earned a criminal record that included disturbing the peace, resisting arrest, Grand Theft Auto, great game, and assault. Let's see. In 2000, the year 2000, Gunn witnessed the vampire Angel roughing up a blackmailer and tried to unsuccessfully to dust him. That is a hilarious word, to dust him. Eventually, Angel won Gunn's trust, but not in time to save Alana from being turned into a vampire. Gunn staked his own sister. Ooh, a decision that would haunt him for the rest of his life. Oh, gosh. That's terrible. A decision that would haunt him for the rest of his life. This loss forced Gunn to question his own motives and made him more receptive to accepting Angel's help, as he realized he couldn't do anything or everything alone. Angel recognized Gunn's strength and began on him for backup. What? Recognized Gunn's strength and counted on him for backup, I guess, or protection for the people he cared about. When he could protect them himself, Gunn gained mutual respect for those he fought side by side, although he initially regarded his time with Angel Investigations as a paying side gig. The original side gig, folks. Now it's just commonplace. Back then, it was vampire hunting in the year 2000. Gunn's new work led to conflicted loyalties. Cordelia was accidentally sucked into a portal to Pylia, while a member of Gunn's old street crew, George, succumbed to a bite of a vampire. Gunn felt responsible for his friend's death, believing that it would not have happened if he had still been around to help. Yet even in his grief, he realized that he could not commit the same crime twice and allow Cordelia to suffer the same fate, so he joined Angel, Wesley, and Lauren to rescue her. Let's see here. Gunn becomes a lawyer. Gunn was badly wounded in the battle and was left by Angel, who was distracted by the chaos of the fight. Dying, he was found by a group of vampires who had been following the visions of Demon and believed Gunn would be a key player in events to come. The leader of the pack sired Gunn, but after rising into unlife, Gunn killed his sire and took over the vampire pack, convincing himself that he was not like the other vampires and that he could still hold on to himself. Interesting. Finding the demon with the visions, Gunn killed him and drank his blood, causing the visions to pass on to him. Believing he was doing the work of the powers that be, Gunn set about trying to restore LA to normal. He attempted to reverse time to before LA was sent to hell, but on his own, he could only create a 5-minute time loop. He used this time loop to trap three slayers, whom he used to train his men. Interesting. Part of his revenge against Angel, Gunn destroyed the Wolfram and Hart building, Angel's headquarters in the war with the Demon Lords. Later bore witness to Angel's defeat of the Lords, hanging back to ensure that not all the people were slaughtered should Angel fail. Shortly after a team moves back into the Hyperion Hotel, they go looking for a powerful vampire that has been amassing magical artifacts. They track down Gunn, who reveals his vampiric nature to Angel. Interesting. Tries to recruit Angel. Angel doesn't go along with his plan. Not surprising, right? Gunn decides to let Angel lie there and die slowly, only to be confronted by Wesley's ghost, who reveals to him that the visions he had been receiving were from the senior partners rather than the powers that be. Interesting. Gunn's plan failed. Not surprising. So it looks like they reunited eventually. Gunn initially maintained a black and white outlook on life with a particular prejudice towards vampire and demons. That attitude softened during his time with Angel Investigations. Eventually, he was able to see that not all demons were bad, but nonetheless carried some shreds of his old beliefs. When regretfully admitted to Angel, he could still not trust him as a vampire. Very little patience, did not put up well with anything that would hold him back. Although he liked giving the impression of a gruff loner, valued his friendships and showed a sensitive side in his relationship with Fred. Plagued with insecurities, began to resent being considered the muscle. Interesting. We did have some romances. Veronica, Winifred, and Gwen. Obviously a complicated friendship with Angel. Very clearly complicated. If it was a Facebook status post, it would be, it's complicated. Charles Gunn. Personally, Gunn becomes my favorite character in the series when he's officially hired by Angel Investigations. Somebody said Gunn was an amazing addition. To me, his chemistry and attitude with everything just made it so much better. Honestly, it probably added a bit more connection to the real world, I would assume. You know, you have like insecurities and you look at him kind of sideways, like you never quite trust a vampire. I'm sure for a lot of people, it was just kind of like putting an audience member into it, and you're just like looking around you, trying to present, you know, strong and the muscle and whatnot. But deep down, you're like, I don't trust any of this. I don't trust literally any of this. Gunn is absolutely one of my favorite characters. I feel like they very much underutilized him in the 5th season after his initial badass lawyer moment. Excuse me. Gunn was a great character and one of my favorites after Angel himself. My personal vendetta against Whedon, Josh Whedon, who wrote it and created it, aside from the way he treated CC, Cordelia, I'm assuming, is that clearly he wanted Fred and Wes together, despite whatever character mutilation he had to commit, and it came at the cost of Gunn's character. The writers used the FG relationship as development for Wesley, which ticked me off. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe Gunn was a throwaway character to Josh Whedon. He's great, but it's a shame that they ignored his most interesting skill set, leadership and command, in favor of just being the muscle. My humble opinion on Pylea, he rather than Wesley made more sense as a natural, confident commander. That is kind of interesting. I mean, the fact that he from the streets, had street smarts, he was able to join a gang, you know, do some things with that gang, be in that gang. Clearly, you're going to take command or leadership over, you know, less impressive or, what's a good way to put this? Less intimidating adversaries or companions, even. Like, clearly, Charles should have been more towards the top of Angel Investigations. There's no chance. He should have obviously had more of a leadership role there. Wesley, I think we're winning. Next scene captured. Yes, I've been saying this for ages. He should have been the team strategist. Yeah, exactly. That kind of makes sense, honestly. Gunn was hired on a part-time basis based on the amount of work he did. He wasn't a senior associate of the business. He also almost left when one of his old group died. That kind of happens all the time, and it makes Wesley visually uncomfortable quite often, and that's before the Fred debacle. Gunn was at his best in season 2. I love the tough Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles energy he brings to the gang. Wow, what a reference. Especially in the back half of season 2 when it's just him, Cordy, and Wes. His quips also are underrated in the Buffyverse. Spoilers ahead. I loved him in the series. Honestly, I felt like they did him so dirty in the 5th season. I wonder if anyone else felt the same. When Gunn was introduced, he was about working for the little guy. He cared about the people. He didn't feel the need to conform to what people said he should be. Then in season 5, he decided he had to do anything to keep his intelligence, law skill set, like he had so many other useful skills. I've seen comments mentioning his leadership skills, right? His people skills, basically how he could strategize with people and unite them under a common goal. Season 2, Gunn would never have made the decisions Season 5 Gunn made. I wonder if that had anything to do with dying and being resurrected or reversed or whatever. Maybe that changed him. I don't know. I feel like that would change a lot of people to be brought back. Kind of like that Jon Snow, you know, you're never quite the same. It felt like the show ignored that and made it seem like he had nothing to bring to the table that season. When other characters like Wesley and Fred were given the chance to work off their natural skill sets, and it's a shame. I actually liked most of the season 5, but that really bothered me. I thought Gunn brought a great dynamic to the series. I only wish they had saddled him with an awkward love triangle. Hadn't saddled him with an awkward love triangle situation with Fred. There's a chance to bring in a more romantic interest and have a fresh angle for stories my opinion, they whiffed it. Of course, it didn't help that somehow J.A. Richard managed to have absolutely no romantic chemistry with Amy Acker, which seems to defy the laws of physics. She's so unbelievably adorable. How could they film the scenes between them and not realize that there was zero sparks? It doesn't defy the laws of physics since Gunn's actor is gay. But yeah, one of the things writers should have been very attentive of is the chemistry between actors. It's very common for two actors to surprise the writers, and then they start pushing those characters together due to the chemistry. Didn't we just go over that like last week? Two people that all of a sudden get pushed to the top because people are like, oh my God, we love this pairing. And then all of a sudden, whoever the main lead, it was the rookie. It was Chenford. All of a sudden, Nathan Fillion gets kind of pushed to the side a little bit. And then we push this relationship that people are clamoring about. Happens all the time. Vice versa. There's no chemistry and you don't do anything with them. Lonely up on that hill, isn't it? Apparently this person's not a huge fan. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on YouTube later, or in the chat right now if you want to. What'd you think of Charles Gunn? Was it one of your favorite characters? Do you think they underutilized him? Do you think they wrote it wrong? What's his name? Joss Whedon. He's done a lot. He's definitely done a lot. Some of it is, shall we say, controversial, I would assume. Creator of Buffy, certainly. Spinoff of Angel. Firefly. I mean, big names here. Big names. Marvel Cinematic Universe film The Avengers, the original, and series of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., of course. Bunch of different things, co-writer, returned to film to write and direct the Firefly film, continuation Serenity, co-wrote and produced the horror comedy film Cabin in the Woods. Whedon wrote and directed the ensemble superhero film for the Avengers and its sequel Age of Ultron. Also co-wrote Justice League with Snyder, I think, for which he also served as director for reshoots, replacing Zack Snyder, who retained directorial credit. That was one that was pretty controversial. A lot of people wanted the Snyder cut. You might remember that. It came out black and white and like, I don't know, what do they call that? Letterbox or whatever, where it's just a square of film, basically. And it was like 3 hours long, the Snyder cut of Justice League. People loved it compared to the Joss Whedon cut, which was very, oh boy, it was not well put together. It was not well put together at all. Very jokey, very, very Avengers, jokes a mile a minute. It didn't do a good job of introducing the Justice League at all. And a lot of that blame goes on DC because they jumped into that so quickly, to the point where not all the members of the Justice League had their own solo film at that point. So it was just like, I didn't even know who, what was that character? Oh gosh, I don't even remember the name of the character. It was, oh god, Cyborg. Cyborg has not even had their own movie. So by the time they were introduced in the movie Justice League, I was like, who the heck is that? I had no idea. I'm a very normie person. I don't read the comics or anything like that. So the fact that a normie is questioning who the heck is that character, like, that is not good. That is clearly not good. But yeah, that was a interesting movie by Joss. But clearly got it right with Buffy and Angel, though. Buffy and Angel were excellent from what I remember. Again, I was pretty young, so I didn't, I wasn't really putting together just how much, the story and anything like that, like the connections. I was just watching it for general entertainment, very young, not putting things together. But it was fun for what I remember, And I would just catch random episodes. I had no idea about the overall arcs or the seasons or anything like that. But it was very interesting. Let's go ahead and hop into the next member requested video off toddreacts.com. It is Smosh acting totally nuts for 7 minutes, which is not surprising. Is it surprising to anyone? I don't think it is. Let's go ahead and get going.
And we've got a special surprise. Come on out, Judy.
Oh, shit!
Yes.
Did you like that?
Maybe I did.
I'm calling Bob. The one with the golden retrievers. I told you guys the whole story. Like, he's a breeder.
I thought you already called him.
You already called I didn't. She said mom says hung up.
Hold up.
Oh, did I? See, this is your fault.
Wow.
What? Create too much backstory and you get in the end.
Joining me today are Tommy and Chance.
That was awesome.
You're gonna freak him out at home.
What? So I live with 2 roommates.
Sorry, 1 second.
I'm so sorry that you think there's only one kind of moo.
I know.
How sad for cows everywhere. To box them in like that.
You're
There are
right.
so many ages.
You're right. I should go.
We got 2 more wrong answers left.
Okay.
And we have almost all the other answers ready. So, who is going to survive 5 Nights at Freddy's?
Okay, so we.
Oh no.
Trevor, who would survive 5 Nights at Freddy's?
No blood,
right? No blood. You gotta go.
Oh, Happy Wheels. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Rip. Love that game is still a thing. It's just brutal.
Wow, that was so out of control.
That's a lot.
Those gulps were so loud.
I drink milk.
Aggressive gulps.
Can do. Whole?
Yeah.
You're disgusting.
What?
Skim all the way.
How else am I supposed to eat my grape nuts?
You get bullets after you. Watch out for those.
He called me a bitch at 8 a.m. this morning and a whore at 6 p.m.
This is based on a real, actual, true story. I'm not kidding. Okay. Sleepover. Sleepover. Okay. Let's play truth or dare. I love truth or dare. Me first. Give me one. Give me
Oh boy.
Okay, truth or dare. Oh, dare. I dare you to text someone you have a crush on. Oh my God, Johnny. Okay. Truth or dare. Okay. Dare. Okay. Fix my mouth. Christina, what? Fist my mouth. Christina, that's not a dare. You're being so annoying. Come on, just do it. Mom. Just do it. It's fun. Mom. Fist my mouth. Fist her mouth. Fist her mouth. Oh, Mom. That's it, girls. Fist each other's mouth.
Wow. She did do phenomenal
That was ridiculous.
Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Oh, okay.
Was it Jennifer Coolidge? I think you dated Jennifer Coolidge.
Not what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
She did phenomenal. A Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah. No, every step of the way of that conversation.
But she was phenomenal. At Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah.
Poison. All right, Amanda, are you ready?
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
I know, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you went right for it.
Woo!
Oh my God.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Where the
What do we think that was? What do we think that was? It's either It's either straight up vodka with a little bit of food dye or something like that, or maybe it's just like that. Oh gosh, what is that stuff where it's like what makes things sour or something like? No, not sour, bitter, something like that. No. Oh gosh, what is it called? It makes things sour, I think, right? It's like the chemical compound of it or whatever, and it's like liquid. I'm assuming that's what it was.
Am I?
Something.
What the f is happening? No!
What is
That
it?
reaction was so visceral.
Okay. Hear me out. I was transported to the back of the bus in middle school.
Okay.
When we'd all be passing out warheads.
Okay.
And we'd all have to suck on the sour ones, and whoever lasted was cool. And I never lasted.
Hey, Amanda.
I think I nailed it. I think I nailed that.
Show. But no, for really, because we have the cameras rolling, we have like a gift for you.
Hi, baby.
Your mom.
Oh, my little girl, look at you. Oh, God. Here at work.
Oh, God.
Look at us, come on.
We flew your mom in.
This is my mother.
Look at us. Come on.
Oh, wait a second.
Stand up. Come on, stand up.
Mom, thanks for coming in.
Come on, I'm so proud. Look at this. Look at all these people. Can I tell you something?
Yeah?
I'm so proud of you.
Wow. Thanks.
Wow.
And I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
I'm a little baby! I want some milk even I don't have any in this bottle! So I need some from your titties! I'm a baby and I need it from your titties!
These 3 applicants who have shown up here today will be testing themselves on several categories.
Descriptive, but accurate.
The first requirement to becoming a chosen is to be frickin' serious.
This happens to me every time we do a Chosen video. I can't lose it. Okay. Cut the show.
All right.
So he dropped a thing that's like the exact same
It's
material.
like, hey, I dropped my rubber mat in the rubber mat factory. We have a GIF.
Oh, okay.
That would have driven me to suicide.
All right.
Oh, it's the heart of the cards. You're Chosen. Mario! Oh!
I'm not gonna laugh at this.
Had to. Wait, you just
had to.
Wait, that's
Wait,
real?
really?
Wait, that's real?
Wait.
Where'd you get that from? Hey, guys, wait for me! Guys!
I have a gun now. No, Court, no.
No, you don't even know him. You don't even know him.
Amazing. Oh gosh. That only happens when you enjoy spending time around people, where you get that comfortable, where you're just able to let it rip and enjoy it. Like, there's a lot of years and time spent together that allows them to be that comfortable and that, on it, I guess you could say, on the jokes, able to find that little, that little segment that'll just break everybody or make them laugh. Part of it, honestly, for them is just making each other laugh, which then makes us laugh. That's the biggest thing. If you can make the other people break and lose character or, ruin, quote unquote, the bit, like, you've done it. You've definitely done it. And then that just makes everybody laugh very hard. I'm going to go ahead and throw a like on that because that was an excellent 7 minutes of acting totally nuts. I totally agree. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original channel. Go throw it some love. And also check out their other compilations. I'm sure they have others, and maybe you really, really enjoy it as well. So I always say to do that. Let's go ahead and bring up some information. We've like I said before, we've pretty much done everything Smosh has. Information about the actors, the community. Like, we've done all of the bits of information. If you ever have anything that you want to, want read or presented, that's a little bit more information or maybe something you're interested in, let me know on the Discord. Certainly appreciate it. Shout out to the mods as well. They compile all these links and whatnot for every stream. Jace, Rocco Kitty, and Luke. Amazing stuff. Per usual. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Honestly, I just brought this up because I thought it was interesting. Maybe you haven't heard of it if you're not in the US. Maybe you have. I think they do have versions of Survivor in different countries. I'm not exactly sure on that, but maybe they do. How can nobody at the table not even mention how Angela would dominate at Survivor? Angela definitely has the personality, but the problem with Survivor, I mean, I've recently watched a couple episodes. The first time I watched it was the first season, which was way back in the day. I think it was like 99 or 2000, 2001, something like that. Which was, oh my gosh, way too long to even think about. Oh, I feel so old. But the first season's what I watched, and I just kind of went away from it. But I watched a couple recent episodes, and I'm like, it's changed, but not really. I mean, they're still doing similar things. They're still trying to win a bunch of money. There's a lot of politics involved. You gotta be voted on by a jury of your peers, basically. Everybody that got eliminated has to vote for you. So you gotta make friends, but you also gotta get rid of some enemies and, play people and all that stuff. Play people against people. Very political. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Does she run the risk of being eliminated in more extreme physical challenges? Maybe. Yeah, they do have a lot of extreme challenges. We're actually going to go over some of those, or at least one of them, just to kind of give you an idea if you're unfamiliar with Survivor. I only know what I've seen in Smosh videos, and she's actually pretty physical. I don't know her, however, in all the social and, let's say, deceptive challenges in Survivor. She wipes up the floor with your typical competitor. Outwit, outplay, outlast. That's the tagline, by the way. Outwit, outplay, outlast. You just have to make it. You just have to make it, outwit people, aka the politics of the show. Create your alliance. Alliances were all the way back in the first season, so it's just been a constant throughout the show. You got to pick the right people, and you have to sometimes, certainly towards the end, as people start getting eliminated and you're maybe there with your alliance, then you got to make like an alliance within the alliance. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And to be able to win it is difficult. But anyway, I wanted to show this top 10 most dangerous challenges in Survivor. Certainly check out the channel. Paradigm, I guess it is. This is number 1 on the list. I'm going to be interested to see what this is. I probably have not seen it because this was this wasn't in the first season and it wasn't in the most recent season. So I definitely have not seen this before, but I'm interested in finding out what this channel thinks is the most dangerous challenge.
Lead challenge producer John Kiroffer has said this
will give you kind of an
most dangerous
idea as to what
created. He got a few grays watching it play out live. And yeah, who am I to argue with the god of the challenges? He probably knows what he's talking about. From season 21 and 22, it is a challenge called Spit It Out, aka the water wheel of imminent death. Survivor reached to make this one a reality where 3 players were strapped to a rotating wheel and had to get submerged upside down in a water trough to collect a mouthful of dirt water, only to then spit it out at the top to fill up a tube. The producers essentially created a torture device and then asked, how do we make this into a tribe challenge where everyone can partake in the fun? Although perhaps the real torture was watching the Zapatera tribe throw this challenge, but either way, so many things could have made this challenge go wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, the fact that you could easily drown while doing this. Like, what? That is literally a torture device. That's crazy. You've heard of waterboarding. Well, you're literally strapped to a board submerged underwater. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh.
A giant wheel where players were strapped in, dunked upside down. Compared to almost all other challenges, this is an elaborate design that really puts trust in the players to not hurt themselves, to not lean their head forward and get knocked out, to not choke on the water after only getting a few seconds to gasp for breath before they're dunked again, and again, and again, and again, to not accidentally drown. When the bar is set at drowning due to being stuck strapped into a giant wheel, you know you've created the ultimate "here's something that probably won't kill you" challenge in Survivor history.
Takes a lot of guts to be the people on the wheel being thrown underwater every few seconds, to take in a mouthful of water and then spit it into a tube. Holly gets a little in. Brenda gets a little in.
I mean, you're only getting a little in each time. You gotta go in it, and in it, and in it, and in it. That is terrifying. Oh my gosh. I don't think I could do that. Actually, no, I definitely could not do that. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're only getting a little in, and as you saw there, like, you have to spit out the water like before you get there. That's crazy. That's nuts. Oh, this is, oh boy.
You're right on that line of getting ugly. There's no more warnings for a headbutt, an accidental choke, a slap to the face. Big battle on the ground. Ben!
Oh.
Stop! Ben! Out of the challenge! Tyson tries to lock one in, and it works! Whoa! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Wow. That went to 0 to 100 real quick. People are tripping each other, bashing each other into the siding. Like, what?
Number 2. Kind of like Schmergen Brawl, only with less Schmergen and more head bashing. Simply put, number 2 is iconic. It is the cat and mouse from season 16, Micronesia, and it's a well-known challenge for how brutal and dangerous it was. Paired up into 2 teams, one duo were the cats, the other the mice, and for 1 minute, the cats had to chase the mice in an attempt to grab their flag. If the mice evaded them, they would score a point, and vice versa. But what made it dangerous was the course itself, composed of logs twined together. The players found themselves getting cut up by the edges and the angles and the sharp corners. Running at full speed into...
Okay, let's not watch that. I think you get a little bit of the idea there. It is brutal sometimes. Brutal. But yeah, so would anybody on Smosh do well in Survivor? I think most people wouldn't do well in Survivor. You lose a lot of weight, like a ton of weight, because you're only eating like rice, little amounts too. So what's funny is, let me see if I can bring up a before and after picture of the weight loss. Like, it's crazy. Let's see if I can find one that's like moderately able to be shown. Let's see. Yeah, everybody just becomes very skinny. Like, it's a not so healthy way to weight loss. It's kind of crazy, actually. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That's kind of the craziest one right there. Oh my gosh. This guy. Bring this up real quick. Went from a big hulking dude to that. Just cut up and ripped. Like, what? That was before and after Survivor. Like, you lose a ton of weight while filming that. So it almost, it's almost one of those things where you're like, should I gain weight before I go on the show? Like, how should I attack this? Because, I'm going to lose strength through this. And a lot of the challenges, some of it's mental, just to test how not working your brain is after starvation for a couple weeks. But, you know, there's a decent amount that are physical as well. And yet my brother still refuses to consider that Survivor isn't fake. Right. Right. Yeah. It's pretty obvious that they should cast Christian Bale on every season. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, Christian Bale has lost and gained a lot of weight for roles. If you don't know, just look up The Machinist with Christian Bale. You'll be like, oh my gosh, like it is hard to look at. I won't bring it up here because it literally is kind of disturbing, but pretty awful. People don't understand the difference between a reality show and a reality competition for a cash prize. It's against U.S. law to rig a competition for money. If Survivor was fake, it would have been sued out of existence about 18 years ago. Yeah, that was 5 years ago, by the way. Posted. So yeah, it would literally, it's not like legal to rig that. So those people are actually losing that weight. So that is difficult. That is extremely difficult. Would I do well? No. Maybe I would do well for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, but I think eventually the strain of it, you know, typically the physically fit folks, like the really ripped, in shape folks, they do okay, but boy, they start losing some of that protein in their system and everything, and it really affects your brain big time, to the point where people look at puzzles and they're just like, can't compute, you know? So I probably would not do well. But, I mean, it seems like a pretty good diet plan. I'm not going to lie. It seems like a pretty good diet plan. Let's go ahead and jump into the next video. It is Dimension 20 cast play most likely to. This is from the Variety channel. Not exactly sure if there's closed captioning on this, but I think we'll be all right. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we?
Hi, intrepid heroes!
I'm trying to kill these guys all week.
Yeah, that's what?
I think I have Scooby-Doo brain.
Brennan Lee Mulligan's body count is high.
Most likely to, with Dimension 20.
Welcome back to Dimension 20. Here in the Dimensional Dome, I am your humble Dungeon Master, Brennan Lee Mulligan. With me, as always, our intrepid heroes.
What'd you roll?
A nat 20, baby!
Nat 20! Nat 20! Let's rumble!
Most likely to, get another PC killed.
Oh.
Get another PC
Get another PC killed?
I don't know. We ever
PC meaning playable character.
I mean,
You will believe it, but we actually have one.
I'm trying to kill these guys all week.
And you've succeeded
And I've
multiple
succeeded.
times.
I have
You
done
have.
it. Of the people who've killed PCs, I got my count is the highest.
That's
That's
your
true.
body count is high.
You're right.
It's true. Brennan Lee Mulligan's body count is high.
Just sort of SEO.
I'm trying to get clipped. The QAnon shaman was framed.
Most likely to, antagonize the Dungeon Master.
Ooh.
Everyone.
Oh wait. Oh, Beardsley, this is interesting.
I think everyone. We all do it.
I mean,
As the DM, I'm pointing at a specific person that is right for me.
Oh.
I'm really nice.
His opinion should probably count a little bit more.
Dice on camera.
I think that's fair.
That's okay. I changed my answer.
Liam knows best.
Yeah, Siobhan's more likely to be actually mean to you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not antagonizing him.
More
I'm actually
likely,
bullying him.
Yeah.
If antagonize is an active verb, I think it's Siobhan. If it is disrupt my ability to do my job, then it might be Beardsley. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
With the runner-up of.
I think Brennan builds these beautiful worlds, and then Allie is like, Fetty Wap exists there as well, you know?
Shout out
Fallout
to
Boy
Fetty Wap.
also exists there.
Most likely to, make a playlist for their character.
Lou, I feel like.
What?
I.
Why not?
Lou will email me at 7 in the morning with a new playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the one for tomorrow?
Yeah,
Did you get the one
and it
for
was
tomorrow?
really good. It's always the same
It's
song.
so sad.
Yeah.
Most likely to put the party in unnecessary danger.
Oh, actually,
no,
it is this one. It is this
again,
one.
right?
I love how they think about it for a second. They're like, wait a minute.
That was so helpful that y'all came around.
You're a politician. Ultimately, you're a politician.
That's right.
I feel like your decisions are mostly like social faux pas.
Yes.
And
Whereas Lou's like,
are
I'm just gonna wander
Yes.
off.
Here's what
not
actually is
tell
the most
anyone.
dangerous is when these two start working together.
Now there it is.
That's where the real danger starts happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Most likely to make a pop culture reference.
Fetty Wap does exist in high fantasy sometimes.
Sometimes.
Oh, that feels good. Actually.
Oh, that's lovely.
By the way, this was
Most
posted
likely
4
to
days ago.
DM a side quest.
Oh my god, so many options. So many options.
Oh, could be anyone, you know?
I'm just gonna point at Murph just to see
Yeah.
what he says.
Just in case.
Just in case you want to.
Perhaps I do DM.
Yeah.
So coy.
Stop.
Wow.
Oh my god, he's so shy.
This is when you find out how posh Murph is.
I will say there are
Only posh people say perhaps.
there are multiple people sitting in these chairs and sofas that have pitched what they would do if they ever did a side quest,
Yeah.
and I dream of that day. I dream of that day.
Mine would just be about secret shoppers at Starbucks.
Secret shoppers.
You're gonna build a full game called Secret Shopper.
At Starbucks, yeah. Great. Is this usable?
Most likely to get caught up in an unnecessary detail.
Oh, interesting.
This corner for me is just kind of giving me a lot of aura.
I have a big asterisk. I am going to go right here, but I'm going to have a big asterisk on it, which is most likely to expand on a detail with a cooler plot than I wrote. To pitch what might be going on, and I go, fascinating, and that is what's going on.
Yeah. And Brennan's typing furiously. Definitely.
I'm like, wait, expand on that guess more. What was the guess?
So unrelated, but kind of related. I cannot wait for Brennan coming back to DM for Critical Role's Exandria Unlimited and make everyone stressed AF and die again.
Guess? I'll tell you one that I did. That
I will say this. I love the fact that they do crossovers. That is so neat.
I should have immediately adopted and didn't from the first season of The Unsleeping City, which was soul laundering in Bethesda Fountain. And I was like, that's sick as hell. I should make that be real. I should make that be true.
Yeah, I'm so glad it's not like adversarial or anything like that, like fighting over the same audience or anything like that. Like it's legitimately people who enjoy spending time together or at least working together. It's awesome. That is so
actually
neat.
Economic uncertainty for this old man who used to have a job.
Most likely to discover an extra dimensional space in a family heirloom.
I think we've technically had this here, but I feel like, well, with a dice roll would be Beardsley.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, I think Beardsley's the most likely to say, if I roll a 20, can there be an extra dimensional being inside this family heirloom? And then immediately rolling the 20, and then Brennan has to change the entire story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real.
What would the heirloom be?
Like a locket or like a big blue diamond.
Specifically
That's like in the shape of a heart.
Like a locket or a big blue diamond.
The heart of the
What's wrong
ocean.
with that big blue diamond on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, exactly. It was your grandfather's.
Let's grow up with a big blue diamond.
Most likely to get lost on the way to Madison Square Garden.
Zach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never
I'm gonna say Murph.
What?
He's secretly bad. He's secretly bad at directions.
But I can go to MSG.
Zach got lost on the way to the Bell House for our first show.
5 years ago, when we did our first show, I took 3 wrong trains.
Yeah.
And,
Three?
Yeah, you know.
To be fair, I would probably not fare well in a downtown trying to take trains. I've literally never done it. So I would also be the person that gets lost, taking multiple wrong trains.
It happens.
Was this
Look.
before Google Maps?
No,
This
well
was in
after.
1987. Look, I'm
1987.
one of the few of this group that never lived in New York, and it's been so long I also don't remember exactly what I did wrong, but 3 wrong trains. Yeah. And,
Most likely to pitch Sam Reich a new Dropout show.
Sam would wish all of us.
Oh my gosh, it's Reich.
Probably Emily.
I've been screwing it up this whole time.
Emily's a company man. If
I avoid London because of the tube.
I would say Brendan.
Scares me, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Brendan.
Like that would be
You're there all the
tricky.
time,
In
so
Chicago,
yeah, but
there's a bunch of trains.
I would also say me, just because I'm
New
always
York,
trying to
of
do
course,
some
has the
sort of,
subways.
Like, I want to be on the show Wipeout. And
Yes.
Dropout
Oh my
essentially
gosh, Wipeout is so brutal. Some of the eliminations are just rough to watch. But it does look kind of fun. It looks kind of fun, but then you also realize that these people are like treating their bodies like rag dolls. They're just getting like exploded, or like they fall on, you know, this disgusting water or something like that. Like it is pretty brutal.
Honestly, if you pitched a show which was basically some kind of like action-packed Legend of the Hidden Temple where you host and are the sole contestant, I think that would do.
Honestly, I'd watch
Host and contestant.
Pushing past a bunch of kids to go on the obstacle course yourself.
All right, kids, watch this.
I'm gonna show everyone how to do it first.
There's a studio audience of children who you just afterwards are like, that was pretty sick.
We ran out of
Pretty
time.
sick, right? What was your favorite part about
Ran
that?
out of time.
I'd watch 8 hours of that.
I'm gonna actually keep this 10-speed bike, so smell you later, dude.
And Emily's been working on an extreme home makeover show.
Yeah.
Move
yeah,
that
dream
bus.
on interior design. I have a passion for it.
It's a catchphrase there.
Most
Park a
likely
bus in front of
to
the house and
pass
remove
a
it.
real life charisma check.
I think everyone here is quite
pretty
sexy.
Murph incorrectly presents that we would all have commoner stats, and I think that's incorrect.
Well, I think that, see, when you look in the back of the monster manual, it'll be like Gladiator +3 strength. And so I'm like, if gladiators are +3, what are we? Or nothing.
Or +3.
Yeah, I hear that.
Plus three.
I think intimidation, persuasion, intimidation.
Wow.
We're scary.
Wow, I
I
guess
love
so.
that. I love that.
Most likely to critical fail a charisma check.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
because
I
he
think probably-
rolls dice so badly.
I think the way I would intimidate someone is by being so awkward that people would feel bad for me and just be like, I want to get out of the situation by any means necessary.
man.
Yeah.
Intimidatingly awkward. That is an interesting one.
You're eating the driest granola bar. And you
Staring
choke.
vacantly at him.
Most likely to befriend a magical bodega cat.
Well, that's
Oh,
just
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
That just happened already.
Yeah.
Every cat is magical.
Every cat is
Yeah.
magical.
But I think you could extrapolate that out too. I would say,
Yes.
who is most likely to befriend an NPC point blank? Emily.
Oh, that's true too. We'll just be like, do you want to come along?
Dude, I think I have a sixth sense for the NPCs that the DM didn't plan, and for some reason
Yes.
I always latch onto them. We're always like, oh, who's behind the counter? And the DM's like, I don't know, his name is Jack, and he has a fade cut. And I'm like, Jack.
Tell me
Where did
more
you
about
get your
you. Where did you grow up? How's your relationship with your mother?
Fantastic.
What's it like working here?
Most likely to start telling old college humor
Oh my
stories.
gosh.
Probably Lou.
Yes, that's me. What can I say?
You freaking old
Murph
head.
was there the longest time, I feel like.
Yeah.
So probably
You would
Murph.
know
Probably
the
me.
He keeps
oldest
saying you
of
wouldn't
the
last
two.
1 second in old college.
You wouldn't
humor,
last.
so-
You wouldn't last.
You wouldn't last a second.
Back when I worked at
The old college humor was very interesting.
I used to eat soup.
It was
by
like
the
very
dollars.
bro culture.
Is that true, Murph?
You know,
No.
frat sorority kind of thing.
I do really love the idea of Murph in 2009 showing up with a steel lunch pail.
My job was really just to like answer phones and stuff like that. And
Basically the
I did
equivalent
do
of,
a little
like,
bit of writing
Billy
and stuff,
Madison.
But like during the day, I didn't have that much stuff to do. But I was right at the front desk, so I didn't look like I didn't want to look like I wasn't busy. So I
Yeah.
would just like stare at my email all day, and so I must have looked like a maniac to anyone passing by because I'm just like, I don't want to be on a website reading something. They'll think that I'm not working hard, and I'm just like.
NPC.
NPC.
I don't know. I was just nervous all the time. I was just nervous.
See, and that's why Murph is the most likely to tell old college humor stories.
Bye, intrepid heroes!
Excellent. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love from the channel Variety, which obviously is a huge publication. So they have lots of great videos. So check out their channel. I'm going to throw that some love. That literally came out 4 days ago, by the way. Pretty awesome. Pretty freaking awesome. Wow. Yeah. Obviously, they have a lot of chemistry together. The old college humor, you know, what's funny, watching Dimension 20 edits, I would never put together that they were the original college humor. Like, never in a million years. Like, way back in the day, I used to love college humor because it was very much the realm of humor that I was in, which is very immature and, you know, what's a good way to put it? Potty humor, I guess. Like very gross and like teen boy, you know, just any sort of hyper offensive, gross jokes you could possibly imagine. Definitely university age, as the name says. But they had one of the greatest skits I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we're talking almost to the level of Dave Chappelle, almost Chappelle's show. But it was about he was a guy in a university class, and it was like in his internal monologue. It was so interesting, very immature, but God, it just got me so good. Oh yeah. Let's bring up some information. What's going on, Rocco Kitty? Welcome in. The only college humor vids I watched were the CEO ones. They were so good. Yeah. Certainly some like music parodies were great. Like they did a Bohemian Rhapsody, but instead of Bohemian Rhapsody, it was Brohemian Rhapsody. It was all about fraternities and stuff. It was incredibly well done. I think Josh Gad was in it or something like that, or maybe somebody that looks like him. But lots of great talent there. Obviously, as the years progressed, things changed with college humor. Things changed quite a bit. It became a little less bro humor over the years. But seasons of Dimension 20 alternate between a permanent cast of 6 players called the Intrepid Heroes, changing cast of 4 to 6 guest players. For its Fantasy High live shows, part of the cast starred alongside guest players. For its Misfits and Magic live show, the cast and GM were made entirely of guest cast. There have been 8 seasons with the Intrepid Heroes, 14 side quests, for a total of 22 seasons. Misfits and Magic live at Gen Con is the only Dimension 20 show that does not contain any of the Intrepid Heroes or Brennan Lee Mulligan. Brennan Lee Mulligan has appeared in all but 2 seasons as either the DM or a player character, PC. These are Shriek Week and Coffin Run. After Brennan Liu has appeared in the most Dimension 20 seasons at 12, Ellie Beardsley coming in at a close 3rd at 11. Brian Murphy has only appeared in the 8 Intrepid Heroes seasons, making him the only Intrepid Hero who has yet to be part of a guest cast. 4 cast members have appeared in 2 seasons. Zach holds the record for most characters played inside the same universe at 3. Kind of interesting. That's pretty impressive that you can keep 3 of them going at once, or at least in the same universe, I guess. Mention 20's Gauntlet at the Garden was a euphoric experience for D&D fans everywhere. This was written January 27th of this year. I mean, that looks incredible. They had the big screens going. That looks amazing. I know Matt DMs some of them. Nice. That's amazing. I love the fact that the that the DMs cross over like that. And they're very talented. They're both very talented. Obviously, Brennan leans pretty heavy into comedy and whatnot, but Matt has its moments that I've seen in edits that can be very funny. Yeah, look at that. That is incredible. That is pretty amazing. Not a bad seat in the house. Dragons, fairies, and talking rats descended upon Madison Square Garden on January 24th for the sold-out Gauntlet at the Garden. The results were nothing short of a blast. Led by Game Master Brennan Lee Mulligan and starring the intrepid heroes, Emily, Allie, Brian, Zach, Siobhan, and Lou, transported its thousands of audience members back to D20's New York City set Unsleeping City campaign that the cast was battling fierce enemies. Mere subway stops from Madison Square Garden add an extra layer of intensity to the actual play show. But that site specificity was only the start of Gauntlet at the Garden's magic. Brought the multiverse to Madison Square Garden. Oh my gosh. They had pyrotechnics and everything. That's cool. That is so cool. I'm so glad D&D is so widespread now. That looks epic. It does look epic, doesn't it? Sold out, too. That is amazing. How many people... How many people does it hold? Let's see. 19,000. 19,500 people. That's a lot. That's a lot. Kicked off a return of all of the Unsleeping City's original player characters. Due to some multiversal shenanigans, the party learns that 3 enemies from the other D20 campaigns are wreaking havoc in the New York City. Crown of Candy's Sugar Plum Fairy is creating a hellish candy land up near Lincoln Center, while a starstruck Odyssey's Junk Mother causes panic in Staten Island's Fresh Kills Park. Elsewhere, Fantasy High's Calvaxis tears up Wall Street in search of what else? Gold. In keeping with the site specificity of an MSG show, I personally would have loved a cinematic fight there instead of Wall Street, as the New York Stock Exchange served as a battleground in the first season. Luckily, our intrepid heroes didn't face these fiends alone. In the Gauntlet at the Garden's biggest interactive moment, the audience got to roll along virtually on our phones in order to determine which allies from other D20 campaigns would be joining it. That's awesome. That is so cool. I love the fact that they made it interactive for the fans. That is very cool. Good grief. Oh, that's amazing. I love the staging. Yeah, absolutely. That is truly something. So this is a screenshot from the roll. That is so neat. The rolling mechanic was one of the many ways Gauntlet at the Garden enlarged the scale of a typical D20 episode in order to match the arena. Circular setup at the center of MSG recreated the feel of D20's usual campaigns, complete with lit-up triangular panels that matched the look of D20's set. Those panels changed colors during combat sequences or especially important Box of Doom rolls, and the whole of MSG followed suit, bathing the audience in red light, making us feel like we were in the dome. Screens above the set showed close-ups of the players, a blessing if you were far away, if you're in the nosebleeds. That makes you feel a little closer. Screens above the set showed close-ups, a blessing if you were far away, as well as animations including PCs, enemies, and allies. Pyrotechnics, as we saw. And an oversized 20-sided die rounded out Gauntlet of Garden's larger-than-life production, turning the show into a delightful mishmash between D&D actual play and the theatrics of professional wrestling. An impromptu wrestling match between Murphy and Wilson sealed the deal. was a joyous fan experience. I'm sure it was. I am sure it was. That is really cool. Dang. You know what's really cool as well? You know, this is an online thing. You know, usually you're watching on a device or anything like that, like you are now, right? But this brings it to real life. And not only are you watching D20 happen, you're watching it with almost 20,000 other people at the same frickin' time. Isn't that crazy? Oh, it takes the internet and it brings it to real life, which is so cool. So cool. Because usually when you're watching a live stream, you just look at the number and you're like, oh, okay. There's that many people watching. But to see it live and to hear all those people screaming, like, it just changes everything. That's one thing right now that I wish the internet could get right, is how to have like an arena feel for a live stream. Like, you can hear the audience, you could hear, you know, that many people going crazy. Like, certainly some of these large streams, like, of course you don't want to take it away, so you could lower the volume of everything, but you know, some of these large streamers like Kai and whatnot, it would be interesting to see kind of how you would set that up in a more interactive way, where it's not just a number on a screen or a chat, like it's an actual, almost an arena feel. It would be fascinating to see that happen. Somebody needs to do that. There you go. There's a $1 billion idea. I need to request Critical Role again. It's been a while. I just need to catch up myself. There's going to be a finale of Campaign 3 this week. Nice. It's like 8 hours long. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of content right there. I love the interactive nature they put into the live show. Yeah, absolutely. Much of this came down to the multiversal angle, with fans jumping into a frenzy at the arrival of allies, complete with several hoot, growl chants, or booing at the appearance of sinister Lord Calroy Crueler. True to form, Mulligan embraced the heel role, hitting us with a classic, I'm all the bad guys. Inside jokes abound as well. Shout out to Chronomancy, the greatest magic of all. But Gauntlet at the Garden wasn't just an incredible experience for the fans. It was an incredible experience because of the fans. Exactly what I'm talking about. Cosplayers throughout MSG set the tone, with audience members dressed up as everything from PCs to whatever. In the long, cold line to get into the arena, it was a treat to hear people complimenting one another on their cosplays, sometimes of the same character. During the show itself, the phone dice rolling mechanic allowed us further bonding and excitement between fans. My seatmates and I compared roles with glee, high-fiving when someone rolled a nat 20, then promptly losing our minds when Mulligan revealed MSG had rolled a collective nat 20. I've watched MLB Grand Slams and WNBA buzzer beaters threes live, and MSG's eruption at any nat 20 roll captured that sense of victorious euphoria as any major sporting event. That's fantastic. Because that's how Gauntlet at the Garden felt, major, as D&D continues to explode in popularity, not just as a game, but as a form of live performance. GNG stands out as a turning point representative of how big actual play can truly get. You know, that's kind of amazing that it hasn't gone this way. Like, okay. Remember for all those years, this was a couple of years ago at this point, where Texas Hold'em poker took over the sports world. Remember that? It was all over the channels like ESPN and whatnot. Certainly here in the States. I'm assuming elsewhere as well. But it just seemed to take over. Like, there was poker on every channel, and there was just these random like tournaments and events and things you'd never heard of. And I'm just like, why is poker so big right now? You know, what's the motive here? I mean, yes, it's always been a thing at casinos and whatnot, but what made it huge? But this seems like it would be fantastic for like a live production. You know, you could have production value in this. It's not just a guy sitting at a table or whoever sitting at a table looking at 2 cards and then trying not to smile when they have like a great hand. This could involve like characters and animatronics and lights and smoke. Hopefully not smog. Smoke and, you know, random explosions, and like there is so much potential for production value here. It's kind of amazing they haven't tried to make it more mainstream. Like this should be on ESPN level production. Like, could you imagine a D&D, but they have the money behind it of like the NFL or MLS or, you know, the European League, soccer league, football league, whatever you want to call it. That would be insane. That would be legit crazy. I think Critical Role and D20 are really the only ones that can pull those numbers live. Yeah, maybe. But I'm just assuming if somebody were to invest like $1 billion into this league, like a D&D league, that would be fantastic. That would probably do very well. Or at least it would be entertaining as hell before it failed, right? But it would be something. Like the entrances coming out to the stadium, like you got your favorite characters or people, and they switch casts and you follow your favorite person or people, and it could be just a traveling, almost like Barnum and Bailey, like the circus, just traveling all over the place. I don't know. I just have this idea like this could really be something, you know, mainstream, like its own sporting event, you know? Fans must have been so happy to have characters from multiple universes. Absolutely. I think the fact that they were able to like roll in characters was amazing. That is such a smart idea. What's going on? We are talking about Dimension 20. And the fact that D&D is really gone like super mainstream, and could honestly go even further. My seatmates and I compared rolls with glee, high-fiving when someone rolled a nat 20. I've watched Grand Slams, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. As Dungeons & Dragons continues to explode in popularity, not just as a game, but as a form of live performance, Gauntlet at the Garden stands out as a turning point, representative of how big actual play can truly get and what level of spectacle it can achieve. I totally agree. Completely agree. Critical Role will have a lot of live shows this year. That's awesome. That's very cool. That's the start. That is the start. I think they have like 6. That's amazing. That is amazing. This is how D20 gets ready for a live show. Quote, I have an old crab shell that I think contains the soul of my past uncle. I touched that. I have it on a small altar. What? On January 24th, the hit D&D actual play series Dimension 20 made its sold-out debut. How did they prepare for it? The answer varied from cast member to cast member, with the crew in New York City. Polygon asked them to sound off on their pregame ritual. Lou said, the thing I drive most when it comes to performance is that your body has to meet your mind. So both of those things need to be warmed up. I really like to work out before a show. If I can't get to the gym, I'll just go on a long walk, try and get my heart rate up, get my body hot, and knowing that there's something coming. And then I also like to get my mind right, so that is intense music listening, isolation, space to hit the rhythm I would like for my brain, the patter I'd like to be going at into the show. But then I also think, especially for this kind of work, especially D&D, it's hanging out with my friends a little bit to get us all together and feeling like we're on the same page, doing bits, feeling natural, comfortable. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Allie Beardsley says, to get ready for a show, I have an old... This is that crabs thing. I have an old crab shell that I think contains the soul of my past uncle. I touch that. I have it on a small altar. I like wearing a really specific black pepper scented lotion, and so I always put that on my chest and stomach early in the morning. It's really important to delay caffeine and see natural light as soon as possible. And if you can, get direct sunlight on your stomach and chest. It's really important. I usually grind my own coffee beans, and I'll do that outside in the sun. Interesting perspective. I touched a crab shell. I put on the pepper lotion. I like to drive to shows so I can listen to music. But I try to listen to this thing called healing tones. And it's like this specific frequency, and they all have really embarrassing names like forgiveness for yourself. It's so hippie, it's ridiculous. But now I'm just really addicted to the feeling of the calm I get. Kind of nice. Zach says, I really ignore it. I really ignore the show. Really try not to think about it. I'm one of those people that will just turn anxious and turn into an anxious tailspin if I over prepare. I get that. If you're constantly thinking about it and like what's going to happen, you get really weirdly nervous. I do like a little downtime, almost like just in a parallel way. We were in a space where we could play some games or something, like if we were playing Mario Kart. We've never done that to prepare for a show ever, but if we were playing Mario Kart before, I think that would be my ideal version. Brennan, the DM, says the way I prepare for a live show is I get my laptop computer, I open it up, I open up my campaign notes, I create a set of burps. Oh, chicken sandwich. Bullet points of plot significance. Stop laughing. I had a chicken sandwich and I burped a little bit. This is also part of how I prepare. I prepare by having my wonderful and beloved friends laugh at my completely normal behaviors as I try to stay locked in and do my job. I'll have a large coffee with half and half, and then I'll drink that. So you get that caffeine in your system. Your brain starts working a little faster. Literally what I do. I have the energy drink for every stream. And then I'll have another large coffee with half and half. I will hear the middle of someone's funny anecdote, look up and go, that sounds fun. See if I can chime in. I can't. Back to the bullet points. I'll look at my campaign on D&D and Beyond. I'll run over the stat blocks of the various monsters that need to be there. I'll look at the Slack. There's a problem. Something has to change. Or there will be a tug of war. There's a technical problem. There's a possible artistic fix. Producer might offer something that will protect my time at the expense of some other technical aspect. And I'll go, guys, the show's made up. It's about gnomes. I'll make the gnomes different. And then everyone goes, oh my God, he can just make the gnomes different. And then I make the gnomes different. And then that's the problem solved. Fun is overrated, and it's important to stay strapped in. There's nothing I take more seriously or more gravely than enjoyment and frivolity of the audience. It's hilarious. They're so ridiculous. Indeed. They didn't even take that answer, like, seriously. Or it was wrapped into the ridiculous. I totally get each and every one of these. Obviously, doing this, what I'm currently doing, is nerve-wracking a little bit. I always get a tinge of nervousness before I hit the live button. But nowhere near that it would be nerve-wracking to be in front of like 20,000 people live in person. Like that would be overwhelming. Like typically when they're doing, the D20 shows, I'm assuming this is actually what they do. I'm assuming it's not live, right? It's like recorded and then they upload it or premiere it. So they don't really have a lot of audience interaction with it usually. Pretty sure I'm right on that. That kind of takes away a lot of the anxiousness. Because the anxiousness comes from having eyeballs on you and knowing you have live eyeballs on you. That's kind of the weirdness. D20 doesn't do live, it's pre-recorded. Right. That kind of helps a lot in that. Number one, you still have to be fast and, come up with what you want to say and make it clever, make it interesting. But it takes away that anxiousness of, oh, this is live. Like there's no fixing this. There's no editing. Like it's just going on when it's going on, which probably doesn't prepare them well for doing the live shows. Now they all have history of probably, dealing with live audience in some aspect, which makes it easier. But I'm assuming for this show, they were all very nervous. Even if they try to hide it or play around it, I'm assuming deep down, they were probably pretty nervous, which makes sense. I would be extremely nervous for that. It's totally different. Like in the beginning stages of this channel, everything was pre-recorded. So I could edit. If I said something weird, I could just cut it out. Or, maybe who knows, something happens, like a sound. I would get up to walk and check it out. I could just cut that part out. Now it's just, we're live, baby. Like, there's no getting around it. So it's interesting. There's a bit of pressure. There's a bit of nervousness. But weirdly, I will say this. When you're live, your brain works slightly faster. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the nervousness. Maybe it's you're trying to not sound ridiculous. So your brain is just like an overdrive, which is very odd. So that's probably why when, artists, singers, whatever, when they go live, theater performers, of course, not forgetting them, there's a bit of a euphoria that comes with it, which is very interesting. A bit of what the heck is that called? Well, now that I'm talking about it, I'm having trouble coming up with the words. A bit of dopamine release through that. And, rock stars love the stage. They love the fans screaming at them and stuff. Like, it's kind of interesting. This is a very teeny tiny resemblance of that. But even I can kind of feel a little bit of that. Dimension 20's Fantasy High is polymorphing into a webtoon series. Look at that. Look at that. Kind of taking a page out of Critical Role a little bit. Whole new venue is Witch to Hoot, Growl. Dimension 20 fans are getting an unexpected new avenue from which to enjoy the actual play series. Today, the Webtoon comic platform announced that it's partnering with Dropout's Dimension 20 actual play show to produce a comic series based on the Dungeons & Dragons meets John Hughes setting of Fantasy High. First and longest running at 3 full seasons and multiple spin-off seasons, setting that Dimension 20's core cast ever adventured in. Fantasy High is a world of juxtapositions where tieflings and goblins go to high school. Webtoon did not announce the creative team behind the new series, simply titled Fantasy High, but did give a quick summary. Let's see. Webtoon announced the series is set to run for a finite 61 episodes. Seems to indicate that this will be a series adapting the first season. Pretty sweet. Wow. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that wild? In its news release, Webtoon said that the Fantasy High comic series is expected to premiere on the platform this spring. You can check out the full promotional image of the company released with its announcements below. Look at that. I'll be danged. Exclusively on Webtoon. That's so cool. That is really neat. I'm so happy about that. That's great. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun for people, but I wish it was literally any other campaign. Fantasy High does nothing for me. Get absolutely nothing out of Magic High School at any stripe. Well, this person absolutely hates the idea. I felt this way until I got into it. Everyone I know who cringed at it at first loves it once they get into the episodes. Yeah, I just straight up don't have any particular interest from what I... No, that would not change in watching it. I do not find charm in this or its setting. Well, I bet a lot of people would have to beg to differ there. Honestly, I loved each and every edit that I saw of Fantasy High. So I'm glad that they're doing that. And it could be just the start. Who knows? If this does really well for Webtoon, they might continue doing it. It's just a fun time. What the hell is everyone on about? Right. Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fun or entertaining or how much you love something. There will always be someone who hates it with a passion or is indifferent or whatever. That is pretty much the gist of life, isn't it? It is what it is. There will always be a critic. They could continue expanding like Critical Role. This is the start. Absolutely. I totally believe that. If it does well, which I think it will, it's just the start. And who knows? Maybe an Amazon Prime show is next. There you go. Very interesting. Broke a little news there. That was posted January 29th. January 29th. That is very cool. Good for them. Obviously, there's a lot of material there. Why wouldn't somebody want to do something with it, right? I'm glad I broke that news for you. That's great. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and jump into the last video of the day. But before we do that, let's go ahead and hit this ad real quick. It is my ad. It's not any outside sponsor. It's for me. Be right back. Alrighty. The last video of the day is Ticket to Heaven. This is from GMM-TV 2025. What's going on, Dunny? Welcome in, welcome in. This was posted 2 months ago, so it's not too old. And it is starring GeminiFourth, or GemFourth, if you will. Interested to see what this is about. Obviously, it's relating to religion, which is kind of a hot button issue. Risky, I'd say. Try to stick away from hot button issues, but I don't think this is going to be too bad. Let's jump in and see what it's all about, and then we will talk about it. We will discuss it. We will look up some information, all that good stuff. Let me go ahead and move this over because I know there's going to be closed captioning. Otherwise, I will have no idea what's being said. Let's go ahead and do this. It's just a pilot trailer. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I think we saw that for The Next Prince, right? Pilot trailer. Basically a trailer to get sponsors for people that don't know what that means. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Not official, but it's beautiful. Let's check it out, shall we? Let's go. Ticket to Heaven. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. I don't think they'll have sponsors for the show.
พระเจ้าโปรดรับฟังคำอธิษฐานของลูกหากคำวิงวอนนี้เป็นจริงโปรดให้ลูกได้พบกับพ่อและแม่ของลูกอีกครั้งในดินแดนสวรรค์แผนรัก
เชื่อว่าบันไดเนี้ยจะนำพาทุกคนไปสู่สวรรค์และจะมีสัตว์ร้ายอยู่มากมายคอยกัดกินมนุษย์มีบาปเพื่อไม่ให้ไปพบพระองค์เมื่อเราศรัทธามากพอก็จะสามารถขึ้นไปบนนั้นได้
คุณพ่อครับถ้าผมชอบผู้ชาย
Ooh, this is a bit spicy.
จะยังได้ไปสวรรค์อยู่ไหมครับ
It's a bit spicy.
พ่อฝากแทนรักเป็นเพื่อนบาสเขาหน่อยเขาจะย้ายเข้ามาอยู่ในเขตบ้านเนนกับพวกเราถึงแม้ว่าเขาจะไม่ใช่เด็กเนนแต่พ่อก็อยากให้แทนรักดูแลและพาเขากลับสู่เส้นทาง
Smells like Teen Spirit.
แล้วเกิดอะไรขึ้นกับเขาครับ
ได้ข่าวแม่มึง
What's up, Slayer Kitty?
เพราะมึงเป็นตุ๊ดเหรอวะ
Oh.
เฮ้ยมึงทำอะไรของมึงเนี่ยเฮ้ย
ยุ่งอะไรกูถามจริงพระเจ้าให้อะไรมึงบ้างวะ
ถ้ามึงเชื่อมึงก็จะรู้ถ้าไม่รู้แสดงว่ามึงยังเชื่อไม่มากพอ
จบม .6 ไปเป็นเรียนต่อจริงเหรอ
กูเห็นตัวเองงั้นแล้วกูก็คงบวชเลย
และเธอยังอยากจะไปสวรรค์ไปพบพ่อแม่ของเธออยู่หรือเปล่าล่ะรู้ใช่ไหมว่าพระเจ้ารักและให้อิสระเธอเสมอจะทำดีหรือทำชั่วก็ลองคิดเอา
ข้าแต่พระเจ้าขอพระองค์โปรดประทานพละกำลังให้ลูกผ่านบททดสอบนี้ไปให้ได้ลูกไม่รู้แล้วว่าลูกควรต้องรู้สึกอย่างไร
ถ้าพระเจ้า
ไม่เลือกให้ เดี๋ยวเราเลือกให้เอง
ถ้าลูกเป็นคนบาป แล้วพระองค์จะให้อภัยลูกไหม
เลิกทำลายอนาคตของตัวเองได้แล้ว
เลิกยุ่งกับกูสักทีได้ไหมวะบ้านกูขอร้องอ่ะมึงคิดจริงๆเหรอพระเจ้าช่วยอะไรมึงได้อ่ะ
มโนธรรมของเธอ ยังเหลืออยู่บ้างไหม
ถ้าพระเจ้าไม่อยากให้เรารักกัน โลกนี้จะมีพระเจ้าไปทำไมวะ กูจะกลับมารักพระเจ้าได้จริงๆเหรอวะ
ได้ดิ ถ้าเราเชื่อมากพอ
มึงว่าข้ามวันนั้นจะมีที่ให้เรา2 คนปะวะ
Ooh, that is... It's a little spicy. A little spicy indeed. Boy, they literally said, hey, you know that third rail? We're just going to run right into it. We're going to not only touch it, we're going to hold it. That's wild. Looks interesting. Certainly provocative, I think, is a word that I would use for it. Yeah, like you said, I don't know if it's actually going to get sponsors. Should be interesting to see if they do. I'll give them this. It is quite brave to do that. You know, religion is certainly something. It's been around for a long time, of course. And a lot of people hold it near and dear to their hearts, those that believe. So it is taking a risk. I remember, you know, going back in the day, Passion of the Christ was huge and caused a lot of conversations and, you know, is this sacrilegious and all this stuff. Like, it was a hot button issue. Like, everyone was talking about it. Huge. Is this, you know, the right thing to do? Is this ridiculous? You know, it was unbelievable, the amount of discussions that one movie brought. You know, people were protesting the premiere and stuff like that. Like, it was wild. It'll just be angst. I'm sure it will. They said, would you like to get gut punched repeatedly? Yeah, that's a good point. Go ahead and throw that a like. Check out the GMM TV official channel, of course, for all their wonderful productions. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, it's definitely going to cause some conversations, maybe uncomfortable, but it is what it is, I suppose. It is a bit out there because the majority of Thailand is Buddhist and not Catholic, but I believe the director is, so he's probably taking stuff from his experience. That's interesting. That is kind of interesting. How is the audience going to take to that? Or how is the potential audience going to take to it? Are they going to embrace it? Are they going to avoid it? Like, these are questions, right? The director is also gay, for context. That kind of makes sense. Obviously. Maybe it's a question the directors had in their head, you know, personal, you know, trying to figure out the answers. It's very interesting because it, you know, a lot of it is believing, right? That is the paramount part of faith. You're having faith, believing. The answers are not as forthright as you want them to be. Some people go by the text. Some people go by the belief. It is what it is, right? Everyone has their own makeup of it. It's very interesting. So there's a lot of confusion. There can be. So this kind of pokes at the confusion. It's just like, what does this mean? Does this mean, you know, what is the ticket to heaven? How do you get into heaven? You know, am I doing right enough to get a ticket to heaven? It is very provocative and interesting. And it kind of plays on that idea of nobody truly knows, but some people believe they know. It's very interesting. He said that the idea came to him when they were on a company trip to Rome. Yeah, that would be going to the Vatican would be interesting. I don't even think you have to be Catholic to go to the Vatican and have kind of an experience where you're like, whoa, have a whoa experience. Yeah, and he only wanted GeminiFourth to play the roles if correct. I believe so. He wasn't going to do it with anyone else. They kept pestering him for angst. They sure as hell got it. Yeah, I would say that's some definite angst. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on Ticket to Heaven. Obviously, there's no rating yet, as it hasn't been released. When troubled, this is the kind of breakdown of it. When troubled, Barth moves into his school. Young seminarian, I have never said that word before, Tanrak, is asked to look after him and put him on the right path. Barth's presence, however, accidentally serves to test Tanrak as he struggles to reconcile his innate feelings with his faith and fears for his future. I mean, you know what's funny about that? It doesn't really touch on any of the feelings that go on. Like, it's just feelings with his faith and fears for the future. Like, it doesn't quite describe what the what the story is. It's kind of interesting. Also known as the boys who don't go to heaven, the boy who doesn't go to heaven, boys don't go to heaven. I mean, there's a lot of different titles there. Ticket to Heaven is kind of a bit more positive, I would say. Don't, doesn't, don't. I mean, that's a lot of negatives. So I'm kind of glad the tie name hurts actually. I'm kind of okay with the name Ticket to Heaven. I think that's more positive for English at least. 1990s, yeah. Forbidden Love. Classic. School setting, of course. Very interesting. Here's some folks talking about it. Why don't they go to heaven? Do they leave the religion? So many questions. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm assuming, I'm going to take a wild guess here, and I don't think it's too wild. I'm assuming they leave the religion. That is my guess. That's probably the most obvious guess, but that is my guess. The way I breathed a sigh of relief when I saw that Oaf is directing and writing. I know he'll handle a delicate story and theme like this one with the respect, care, and strength that it needs. Also, really looking forward to see GeminiFourth in a setting like this because they were excellent in Moonlight Chicken. And they're more experienced. I'm already crying. This is the type of role I want to see GeminiFourth in, especially since Fourth is such a good drama actor. I am so sad for this. It might just be my most anticipated out of the entire bunch. A lot of dark and mystery themes this year. Ticket to Heaven is not going to be a light production. No, I don't think it will be. I'm not going. Well, it's going to bring up a lot of questions, of course, and it'll be dark in the fact that, you know, there will be some pushback to this. I'm not exactly sure from where or from who, but there will be, I'm assuming, a little bit of pushback to this. I think anything that revolves around religion is bound to make somebody upset. It's just a fact. It's an absolute fact. If you do anything about religion, somebody's going to be upset. You either didn't do it well enough, or you didn't do it well enough, or, you know, it's not the right tone, or they don't like the story, or the imagery is blasphemous, or whatever it is. Something is going to set people off. Trailer alone is already Oscar worthy. I mean, that's pretty high praise. Once again, Fourth's character has no living dad, apparently. Dang you, GMM. I need this show to ruin me. This looks heart-wrenching. This hit a chord, not gonna lie. Did anyone else tear up? Such a stark contrast to the sweet moment they had with the deaf community Christmas event in the church. Trailer was everything. Oh, G4. That's a great nickname for GemFourth or GeminiFourth. That's great. It's a GemFourth stan, but also it looks so good. Right. It's at the top of my anticipated list. Fourth and his dead dads, except he's now an orphan. He doesn't even have a mother in Ticket to Heaven. Well, there you go. Somehow regressing in that. Fourth's whole character arc is if he's gay, then he's going against Catholicism. He won't get to heaven to see his parents again. Yeah, I did pick that up. Boy, that's heavy. That is so heavy. It's ridiculous. Woo! That's spicy. As I said, that's a spicy one. The premise of the show is in uncharted territory for Thai BL so far, I think. And the production value for this is so high that it feels like an actual movie trailer instead of a pilot trailer for an upcoming show. I think it's refreshing and brilliant way to explore more mature and angsty themes in a high school setting. In other words, we can have a high school BL that is much more than high school. That's true. That is definitely true. I think the one issue that comes from this is if you're going to do something that's based around religion, you got to do it well. You got to do it well. Story's got to be there. The acting's got to be there. I keep going back to this exorcism movie with Russell Crowe. I had such high expectations for that, and the writing was just awful. It's like, took me completely out of it. Like, it should have been interesting. It should have been, exorcism movies are always interesting just on face value, but they completely bungled it. G4 is their logo. That's awesome. Manipulation that happened in the trailer already gets my blood boiling. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. When the trailer said based on true events, yeah, that stuck out to me. Kind of glad that he's directing this. I think this is the most challenging and intricate plot for a GMM TV series ever. But fortunately, we know it's in good hands. This is too much. Stories are leveling up this year. I was brought up Catholic, and as soon as I saw the priest with Fourth, I was like, oh no, this won't end well. Already impressed by their chemistry. They got the meatiest of roles. I need them to have a fan meet in Rome after that. That's funny. That is so funny. That's a good idea. That is a really good idea. I hope the tone remains consistent in the series as to what we were shown today. That's true. For the love of God. And I say that because this is a religious show, of course. They need to ditch the sound effects, get rid of it, don't have them. Make this a serious production. There can be some comedy in it when they're interacting with each other, and as love stories typically have some comedic element to it. But there needs to be a little bit more seriousness around this to really make it impactful. Like they have a chance here to make something really interesting and really impactful. But I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. I'm slightly worried about that. They left this one to be announced last. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm so excited. I'm glad it's still something more serious. Ambitious. That is you know what? That's the takeaway here. Ambitious. This is definitely ambitious undertaking. They didn't have sound effects in Moonlight Chicken. I am so happy to hear that. I am so happy to hear that. That's usually the thing that drives me nuts. I don't think there will be any light moments. I think we're just going to cry the entire time. That's fair. That's fair. I'm really hoping so. So to hear that Moonlight Chicken didn't, I'm glad. I'm totally glad. I was shocked to see that Gemini had the same bag as me. Is that a JanSport? Gotta be, right? I saw it and I'm like, no way. It is. Oh my gosh. They still make book bags? Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I had a JanSport way back in the day. That is so funny. I'm so glad somebody else noticed that. I took notice when I saw the logo. I didn't mention it because I'm like, that's not worth mentioning, but I'm glad somebody pointed it out. I've been crying for almost 30 minutes after watching this. I know it's going to be a tearjerker. Does anyone know the true events? This looks really interesting. Yeah, it should be kind of interesting. I pray the show is as fantastic as the trailer. Me Too on the bag back in junior high. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That always binge watch series will have a hard time with this one, I think. Yeah. I think it's going to be emotional episode after emotional episode. I mean, it's supposed to be 96, so JanSport makes sense. Oh my gosh, that's true. I forgot this is set in the 90s. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If this wasn't GemFourth, I wouldn't be watching this as it aired. It would hurt too much, but I got to do it for my boys. For the boys. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of pushback, there you go. Thai bishops raise concern over upcoming TV series. Catholic Bishops' Conference of Thailand has formally expressed concerns regarding the upcoming airing of Ticket to Heaven, a BL series for GMMTV, of course. This was posted November 29th of last year. The series, as previewed in its promotional clip, appears to challenge core Christian beliefs and practices. You know what? It's probably easier to read this. Here we go. Maybe it's easier. Maybe it's not. Whatever. Raising questions about its portrayal of Christianity and its potential impact on religious harmony in Thailand. In a letter addressed to the Director General of the Department of Religious Affairs at the Ministry of Culture. Boy, that's a lot of title. That's a huge title. Wow, they were quick, indeed. So glad I don't belong to a Catholic church. Sorry for anyone in that church. I don't mean it in a bad way, but oh my God. Well, I mean, yeah. Just, it is what it is. It is what it is. People have their faith, their religion. It's been around for thousands of years, I suppose. And if you don't want to be a part of it, you don't have to be. That's the beauty of free choice or free expression. Oh damn, hadn't seen this. Me neither. In a letter addressed, CBCT outlined specific issues with the series and sought a collaborative resolution. Key concerns raised misinterpretation of biblical teachings, noted that excerpts from the Bible central to Christian teachings appear to have been interpreted or adapted for dramatic purposes. This creative liberty risks presenting distorted versions of core Christian principles, potentially leading to misunderstandings. Character development and representation of clergy. The series reportedly includes characters preparing for priesthood and grappling with personal challenges. While the CBCT acknowledges the human dimension of faith, it stressed that any misrepresentation could lead to false perceptions of the Catholic Church's pastoral care and disciplinary practices. That's kind of a weird way to take that. includes characters preparing for priesthood and grappling with personal challenges. I mean, it would make sense that there would be some like grappling and personal challenges in there. If you think about it, becoming a priest, you have to swear that you're going to uphold the priesthood and, act accordingly. And there's a lot of things in there that you can't do. So it makes sense that a human would have some apprehension towards it. Maybe not everybody, but some would certainly have that. It's kind of a weird way to say it. Personal challenges. Were they watching the conference live? The response was so quick. Sweden belongs overall to the Protestant church, so it's more about that. They're basically twisting the fact that they're using Catholicism and Bible verses to support LGBTQ is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, I would assume so. Use of religious costumes. I knew this one was coming. I knew it was coming. Using imagery or whatever. It's a classic. That's a classic. Concerns were raised about the costumes featured in the series, which bear a resemblance to attire used in religious ceremonies and daily pastoral work. Inaccurate or inappropriate depictions could undermine the sanctity and context of these traditions. Filming locations and settings. The CBCT expressed reservations about how Catholic churches and related settings are portrayed in the series, warning that inaccuracies could I'm noticing a pattern here. Is anybody else noticing a pattern? Misrepresentations, misleadings. Both Christian and non-Christian viewers about the church's mission and practices. Call for constructive dialogue. While emphasizing its commitment to treating all individuals, including those of diverse sexual orientations and identities, with dignity and respect, CBCT stressed the importance of responsible media representation. It underscored its respect for artistic freedom but advocated for thoughtful dialogue to ensure cultural and religious sensitivity. To this end, the CBCT has appealed to the Department of Religious Affairs to mediate discussions with GMMTV. The CBCT hopes to review the series' content and collaborate on adjustments before it's aired to avoid potential misunderstandings and promote interfaith harmony. Catholic Bishops' Conference of Thailand has always believed in fostering a society that respects differences in beliefs, said Bishop Joseph, who signed the letter on behalf of the organization. Through correct and appropriate media representation, we can build a peaceful and respectful Thai society. CBCT's proactive outreach demonstrates its desire to ensure mutual understanding and uphold Thailand's tradition of interfaith respect while advocating for the integrity of its faith and pastoral mission. There we go. There's the response. A lot of it seems to be aimed at representation, misrepresentation, misleadings, etc. Use of the religious costumes. I knew that would be part of it. Filming locations, which is kind of a stretch. I mean, I don't know what the filming locations would have to do with anything other than the fact that if they're priests, they're probably in a church-like setting or, a housing unit next to the church or something like that. This is probably the biggest one. That's probably why it's the first one. And then I think it goes down in importance. I'm assuming they've ranked these. So this is probably 1 through 4 of the list of importance. Sounds to me like they're upset that they might potentially badmouth the church. I think that's exactly what it is. Which I guess is understandable, honestly. I mean, every religion kind of goes through this. Like there's nobody that is kind of above this. Like everybody always does this. Whether it's a religion or it's an organization or it's a people, like everybody's afraid of being misrepresented, put in a bad light or whatever. But it is what it is, I guess. That's the beauty of art, is that it can be whatever you want it to be. Sometimes it misrepresents, sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's, you know, somewhere in between. It's murky. Church wants to have some creative control. Yes, that's what it sounds like. They want to go over the content. Is that what they said? Content and collaborate on adjustments before it's aired. It's not the first Catholic-based BL I've seen. Really? Interesting. I guess maybe this one's probably going to be seen by more people, maybe. Or it's going to get more press, or maybe it's a bit harder hitting, maybe. I don't know. Seems like they don't want to be associated. Yeah, maybe. Probably close to the truth. I'm taking a guess. No, like this series is not going to change anyone's mind. Like nobody's going to this series like, oh, this is the reality, or oh, this is, I didn't know this was happening, or whatever. Like everybody's pretty much come up with their own opinion. So it is what it is, right? It's not a documentary, it's a TV show. It does say based on a true story, but as we know from a bunch of other things, that doesn't mean it's entirely accurate. It can be dramatized, etc. So there can be some, editorial leniency. Moonlight Chicken had some Catholicism in it. Interesting. I did not know that. I'm assuming they won't have any say on anything creativity. I think this is just a press release, frankly. Do I think GMMTV is going to have any interaction with them at all? No. Not at all. I don't think there will be any interaction at all. This is a interview. Fourth and Gemini on what lies beyond the dream. The path beyond. Looks like it's for Men's Folio. I've never heard of Folio. See here. For Fourth and Gemini, the lightness began when the pairing took on the roles for the acclaimed series My School President. Since then, they have emerged as standout stars together, moving faster in their careers than one could ever imagine. The past set ahead for them, and now settling into their new lives, the duo have embarked on their next feat. An inaugural Fashion Week attendance with the Zegna Fall-Winter 2024 show in Milan with Men's Folio. So apparently this was late last year. Hi, Fourth. We're so glad to have you on our cover again. Have you been since the last time we did a photo shoot with you? A lot has happened for sure. I was filming a new series as well as working on a new song. When we interviewed you last year, you're not so sure about your confidence in acting. Now, a year later, what has changed? Fourth said, since the days of My School President, I've taken on more roles and cultivated new experiences. I would like to think or hope that I'm definitely more confident now. You also mentioned the best advice you ever received was to seize every opportunity. I mean, that is a smart career advice right there. Now that it's been a year and you're almost a year older, would you say you have seized them all? I wouldn't be so eager to say I have. There's still more room for me to grow, to experience and learn new things each day. Still take every opportunity as a gift for growth. Now that you're well into your career and it's been a year since you started university, would you say your life is more balanced now? I would like to think so. So far, I've tried to draw a line between the two schedules I have. Like any other actors in the same field, work would always still be as serious for sure. Can you share something with us that has made you laugh this week? My interactions with fans, they're always saying silly things that make me laugh. I mean, we've definitely seen that in the fan meets where the fans are literally trying to either dig up relationship information or just trying to get some laugh or moment. Let us talk about Milan. It was one of my many firsts. Your first time in the city and attending Fashion Week with Zegna. Tell us about how you felt. Were you nervous? Fourth said, it was the first time I felt excited about something this enormous. I was definitely nervous, as you already know. Going to Milan, attending Fashion Week, was something I had never imagined I would be able to do. I mean, unless you're in the fashion world, nobody thinks about going to Fashion Week in Milan. Right? What are your thoughts on the Zegna collection? Any favorites that caught your eye? The jackets for sure. The one thing that fits any occasion, I can wear them on for a long time. These are the kind of things that I look out for. So obviously looking for some sustainability in clothing. I'm sure we've all had that piece of clothing or article of clothing that didn't last very long and we're like, how cheap was this? Or if you spent a lot of money, you're just like, why was it that expensive? You also mentioned being excited to try Italian food. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. What was your favorite dish that you tried while you were there? I love how my mic is falling. Hold on a second. What just happened? There we go. Somehow my mic was falling towards the desk. Okay. I think this will hold. Hold on a second. There we go. Just tighten it up just a little bit. Oh my gosh. All right, if this thing falls, I'm just going to hold it because I don't trust it. I don't trust it right now. Anyway, you've traveled a lot with Gemini. What are some things about him that endure you the most as friends? Gemini and I have come a long way by now. Worked together for so long. He's the kind of person you'd look forward to seeing at work. I'm just glad to still be able to work with him. Oh, yeah. Absolutely forgot the name of the food. It was a pasta-style dish. It was definitely one of my favorites for sure. Dang, that's too bad. Can't blame it on Andy as they aren't here. You're right. That's very true. All of a sudden, I'd caught out of the corner of my eye the mic just going, I was like, no, don't do it. How did you react when the single was first released? Oh, the single candidate. Right. Of course, I really like the song. It's kind of upbeat music that makes everyone happy. I mean, I love upbeat music. Love it. How did you react when it was first released? I was curious to know if my fans would enjoy it. Most importantly, it's the kind of song they'll have fun with, ? How did your family react to it? They love it. I'm grateful for that. What about dancing? I would like to think I can dance well. Overall, it's fun for me and I really enjoy it, but I might need more practice to be more confident. What have you prepared for 2024 that you can share? My main focus is to really get to know my fans, try new things, which is very important to me. I'm actually quite satisfied with the things I've achieved, and the credit really goes to my fans who are there every day. Thanks for being on this journey with me. Just realized this is the Milan trip, the infamous secretive Milan trip. Really? Secretive, eh? Hi, Gemini. We're glad to finally have you on the cover of our May 2024 issue. Before we get serious, can you share with us how Gemini was chosen as your nickname? I was named during the Gemini season, which is why my mom chose that for me. The Thai version sounds odd, so English works better. All right. That's interesting. Having to star in a standout series at such a young age does not happen to most people. Absolutely not. It adds an extra layer of challenge. It requires careful time and schedule management. While it's a valuable opportunity for my career advancement, I honestly find it difficult to prioritize one over the other. So school and acting is a full-time job. I'm sure, boy, this thing is not wanting to stay at all. This thing is definitely got to be worked on after stream. I'm just trying to get it to hold up until then. I'm sure the road to get there, they get really flustered if you ask them about it. I kind of get that. I mean, you're in the moment at the time. Like, it's kind of hard to assess it. You're just like, I don't know, being in school, I never had to worry about a job, like full time, trying to make a name for myself, public opinion. Like, that was never like a thing. I don't know how I would handle that. Could you imagine going to classes and you're in a big auditorium and then everybody sees you come in and they just look at you and stare at you? I'm sure that's what happens. So it's just like, especially before remote learning and stuff like that, it would be difficult. It'd be weird. You would have to just deal with being known on campus and not being like a sports star or something. Came back from this trip and Fourth was asked about it and kept blushing for no reason. It was too funny. We don't know what went down. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's lovely. Looking back at your career, what were your most memorable moments? First series, completing my first series, stepping on stage for my concerts, releasing love songs, participating in an arena concert. That'd be huge. First one. Are you just like Tin, the character you portray on screen? While Tin tends to be more reserved, I'm relatively more open. However, we share similar interests in sports and participating in various school activities. During my younger years, my focus leaned heavily on music, actively involved in school as a singer, participating in music events, contests. Acting wasn't something I had envisioned for myself. Just kind of stumbled upon it. Isn't that how a lot of Thai BL actors got into it? Through like modeling or maybe like getting plucked out on Facebook or whatever. Like there seems to be kind of a through line with modeling as a start or being spotted, I guess is the word. I don't know the word for being recruited. It's just very interesting. Oh gosh. The mic almost flew off the desk. This is not good. This is not good. It's a little interesting wrinkle here that I was not prepared for. Let me go ahead and see if I can. All right. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Because it's crazy. They tend to just fall into it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm noticing. Seems to be a pretty typical thing. Like, oh, I was never interested in acting. I guess I'm a great actor. Which is pretty awesome. You won a school star contest thing? Nice. This is just not going to work well. Here I am trying to fix it. Midstream. This is working so great. They're both in the competition. Gemini was one of the contestants, though, and they became friends on. That's so cool. That's so neat. You gotta love that. All right, I think I'm getting somewhere. That'll hold for now, I think. Let's not play with it too much. They've worked together for only like 2 to 3 years, but they've been friends for 5-ish. That's awesome. That is so interesting. To meet and do, to meet and then find somebody you enjoy working with that much, that's amazing. What's a piece of advice that has drastically changed your life? Gemini said, let it go is a mantra I frequently rely on. Whether making mistakes, preparing for performances, I remind myself to release any tension or worry. The mindset has proven to be incredibly helpful. Yeah, that's probably a good one for anyone going into acting. Just let it go, because you will get rejected quite a bit. Even, Well, I guess they don't have to worry about that as much when you're signed into a company and they're actively creating content for you. But certainly the day-to-day grind, not doing a scene as well as you wanted to do, having to redo lines, etc. But I mean, we can all benefit from that mantra for sure. In other words from Gemini, F it. Yeah. Absolutely. That is it. On the other hand, what do you do with a bad piece of advice? If it's terrible advice, my brain hits the delete button. Yeah. That's a wise piece of advice too. If it doesn't fit your needs or you don't see it as particularly helpful, just get rid of it. Don't listen to it. That is actually a very good piece of advice. Let's see if I can figure this out. Come on now. I think I got it. Boy, this mic stand has been proving difficult. Okay. Nailed it. I don't know why that was causing me such grief. There we go. Excellent. That ain't coming off, folks. All right. Okay. I mean, that's all she wrote, I think. Let's see if there's anything else in that interview. To all my amazing fans, whether you're overseas or here in Thailand, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude. Even though I might not know each of you personally, I feel your love and support. I love you right back. Let's see how long you can keep up with me. That's a great way to end it. Let's see how long you can keep up with me. Oh my gosh. Well, it is a provocative production for sure. I'm interested to see how it goes. I don't think it'll be anything, that we haven't seen, or I don't think it'll be pulled anywhere, or any sort of. I don't think the studio will even reach out to the group of bishops or whatever. I really don't. Number one, they don't have to. Number two, I think it's more or less just a press release. Good publicity, I think. Even if the portrayal is negative, it brings attention to the bishops and the church and all that stuff. So I think it's just a way to put their spin on it. Everybody's got a spin. And I think it's just their way to put their spin on it. What's up, Midnight Team? Or in other words from Gemini, F it. That is such great advice. And I think we can all take that going into 2025. F it. Alrighty. What you doing today? Well, I just finished today. We reacted to 5 amazing member-requested videos off of toddreacts.com from the wonderful members. Thank you again for any support. Whether you watch 2 seconds of this stream or watch the entirety, I appreciate it greatly. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Todd Reacts. We're just over 13,300 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. No way I came too late to the party again. Yes, you did. You did, unfortunately. But I will be back on Friday. And this will be posted to the YouTube channel in all its entirety. You can actually check it out there as well. Lots of great views on the last couple streams, which is kind of surprising and interesting and awesome, all kind of rolled into one. So I thank you for checking it out. Be sure to follow the Twitch channel if you haven't already, so you can join in live in the chat and join us in this live reaction. Check out toddreacts.com. Winter collection of merch is available right now. Members of the website save 15% on every single order. Ships worldwide. Quality's guaranteed. And yeah, if you'd like to request your own videos, you can certainly do so via the website, toddreacts.com. And yeah, thanks for joining me live. Thanks for watching later. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you just as much. There's no favorites here, unless you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. Then I have favorites, okay? It just is what it is. It's very simple. It's very easy. You can do it. I believe in you. Believe in you. Just create a Google account. You don't have to use it for email or anything like that. Just subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. And yeah, join the Discord. Lots of great people in there. Over 191 members. It's awesome. Lots of great discussion. Certainly join it. I know you'll enjoy it. Thanks for being here, everybody. I will see you all on Friday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We will make it to Friday, and we will react to some more great videos. Bye, everybody. Take care.